Good afternoon, yes. Good afternoon, all of you. Welcome online. Can you all hear me properly? Hi, Ajay, Mariam, Gaurav, Prem. Am I audible to all of you online? Okay. Hello, Saurav, Ayushi, Neeti Chauhan. Am I streaming fine? Am I streaming fine, all of you? Loud and clear, Saurav, Himanshu? Okay. So we were just showing a small clip. Some of the students who volunteered are part of our team, and we'll share something more also about some vision. And I was telling the students who are present here offline, repeating for all of you, this is a workshop I have always wanted to do, because there are some things that we have learned as institutes, we have learned as teachers, some things that I think are important. Somehow it was never planned as much. And I think all of you who start your preparation for civil services, this is the most important first step. Just a coincidence that some of you are here, others I hope will learn eventually. So welcome all of you, very happy to have all of you on board. Okay, and if you have any questions, let us know. We will answer whatever doubts you have. We'll try to simplify some things, right? So thank you for joining in. So this workshop, I call it as the 1.5 year plan workshop, planning for 2024. And this workshop ka yahi purpose hai that one, you start the examination as early as now, as early as 1.5 years before the examination has actually started for you. Your target should not be about clearing the prelims. I have seen enough examples where students are focused on the prelims niklega ya nahi niklega. But with this type of time that you have with yourself and the time of your preparation course ka jo mila hai aapko interval, this much of time is good enough, if not to qualify, at least get an interview call. It's very much possible, provided we follow some things, we follow some processes, we have a certain mentality in how we prepare. Okay, so this is a 1.5 year approximate plan, so that you make best use of this 1 year. January shuru kar rahe hain hum log. It's like a good happy new year for all of us. And I'll try setting this process for you. So let's get started now. So our first understanding is that time is short. Okay, you will not even realize how quickly time passes. You not even realize कि देखते देखते okay आपका Jan निकल जाएगा, देखते देखते your prelims are done for this year, the results are out, some of you will get a call. So time is short. So somewhere I would like, by the way, I'll suggest to all of you, keep a pen paper handy with you. हम जो कहते रहेंगे, I'll tell you what to note down. Keep a pen paper handy and take it like your process of preparation is starting off today. Okay, so keep writing some of the points down. Okay, और कुछ exercises भी होंगी, and I expect all of you to participate in the exercises, please. Online students, all of you, please. Can you keep a pen paper handy with you? Hello Anup, hello Manish, okay, Kiran. Keep a pen paper handy. So first point is, I said this is your 1.5 year plan starting from today. Next year, 2024, May is your prelims. So your target number 1 is, I said, your goal has to be to clear the examination, and worst case may probably, okay, you must attempt to reach the interview level. इससे कम हम negotiate नहीं करेंगे, because you have as much time. I'll tell you why we think so. That's the first point. Okay? And let this be the first mantra to go by. The second I said is, time flies. You won't even realize how quickly your time will fly by. Okay, some of you began 2-3 months ago, or फटाफट निकल जाता है time. So time is precious, time is stock, time will fly. But I said the good news is, I would like you to be in control of what you are doing. Okay, you to be in control of the process. क्या पढ़ना है, क्या नहीं पढ़ना है. Okay, without getting too bogged down about what others are doing. एक method बनाएंगे and you will be in control of the process. So this is our mantra. Now, in doing this, I'll give you one process how things start for you actually. देखो, जब आपका preparation शुरू हुआ था, when you began your preparation, what is that triggered the process? Okay, I can see only 4 instances. Number one, okay, some of you definitely, okay, would have some ambitions. Okay, you may probably were inspired by somebody. Maybe you were told about the examination by some friends or some your parents. Maybe you were able to witness some people in action. तो एक काम करें, आप अपने पेपर में लिखें, okay, that one event or maybe 2 events that got you started. लिखेंगे आप please, all of you. Like I said, this workshop is a bit different, and I hope I connect with you, all of you there. Okay, sit down. Yeah. So write down, online, all of you. Hi, Asmi. Okay. Hello, Anup. Hello, all of you. So I want all of you to write down what was that event or what was that one inspiration that got you started for the exam preparation. वो क्या था? Okay. It could be anything. Maybe 1 or 2 sentences, whatever it was. And if I can ask, for how many of you it has been a childhood dream? Raise your hand. Okay, that's the most common inspiration most of us have. The 6, 7 offline, and some of you online. For how many of you childhood dream? For how many of you it has been maybe some seniors who inspired you? Maybe your father, your mother, your uncle, your aunts. Yes, that's one reason. For some of you, it could be some event. You saw somebody in action. You saw some collector in action. You saw some SP in action. And the event could also be a movie, right? Okay, I mean, I remember at least 2 movies, okay, that destroyed many people's career choices eventually. One was Gangajal, if you have seen it. Okay, aur ek hai the famous one, Sarfarosh. Yeah, very, very powerful ones. Okay, Jagriti, it was for you, it was your teacher. Excellent. So good, nice. It is, I'm sure it has inspired many other people also. Okay, fine. Or it could be a passion you have that you want to do as a part of social service, as a part of contribution. Okay. So that's how more or less our journey starts. Okay. And this journey is not a one-day affair. It has built over years and months. It has built over, okay, maybe your schools. Fine, your dad introduced you. Excellent, very nice. Okay, yes, Khan Bilal. Yes. Family prestige. Okay, fine. Okay, that's also acceptable. So that is where your journey starts. Now, once your journey has started, one question to all of you now. What are the things about the examination that troubles you? Okay, एक और page ले लें, या maybe turn the page or draw a line maybe. Tell me the things that you want to clarify about. Things that trouble you for the preparation. Can I write down, please? Write down 1, 2, 3, 4 types. So अगर मैं पूछूं, in other words, what is it that you want to take from the workshop? Okay, वो 4-5 चीजें क्या हैं? What is it? All of you online also. लिखो आप लोग. Today I will make it, okay, a different type of interaction. So लिखें आप लोग, please. What was it? Okay, that has been troubling you? What is it that you want, okay, to get answers about? All of you. It could be how to prepare, what books, current affairs, what newspapers, how much time, whatever comes to your mind. Make a list of, okay, how to start, okay, how to manage prelims, okay, Mariam. Okay, anybody else online? Okay, how to start. And I want this to be a record, okay? आप जब खत्म होने के बाद में दोबारा देखेंगे, I hope you think differently. Optional क्या लेना है? Accepted. Okay, how to revise, how to study, yes, accepted. About current affairs, how can I remember? What can be forgotten? Yes. How to prepare optional, geography, PSIR, whatever. How to manage answer writing, Can you all write down these points, all of you? Whatever is your concern. Whatever is your concern. Some of you joined me late. Okay, I'm just starting off a process of conversation with all of you. Okay, and I will insist that I hope you are patient with me. Okay, by the end of this entire session, I hope you get some answers for yourself. Okay, how to slice a question, consistency kaise, note kaise banana hai. So, are you all done with this exercise? Likh liya aap logon ne? Okay, so more or less, okay, that is what I wrote here. Okay, what teacher to talk to, what's the best way to revise, how to make notes, how to write answers, which institute to join, okay, what books to read, what newspaper, yeah, questions aap logon ka? Okay, yes, how to manage question, GS4, okay, that's also a question, okay. So more or less, I think most of us have this set of questions. Now listen, if you are looking at, I'm giving analogy de rahe hain aapko. Analogy, say, okay, yeah, fine, Srishti, excellent. Now listen to what I'm saying. Let me give an analogy to all of you that I want to become an Olympic champion. I want to become, okay, a marathon runner. I want to become maybe the best in car racing. Okay, whatever. And the questions I have in mind are, which shoes to put on, when to exercise, which stadium to go and practice in, what type of diet I must have, okay, what type of sports gear I must put on. वैसे ही कुछ analogy में है. Okay, what book to read, what teacher to study from, what to do our newspapers. But my understanding is, ये जो आप सवाल पूछ रहे हैं ना, these actually are not your concerns. ये actually troublesome नहीं है. Why? Because इसके answer सबसे आसान है आपके लिए. I mean, in today's IT revolution, yeah, Prachi, in today's IT revolution, जहाँ internet है, and the kind of awareness we have about civil services, I believe all the answers that you need are out there on Google search. आपको इसके लिए मेरे पास आने की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay, it's all there on the YouTube. Go and search it. Okay, and you will find most people talk the same language. Okay, yeah, Sid. Okay, what I have mentioned here is that these cannot be the questions that trouble you. Okay, if I as a sportsman want to know what type of diet I must have, it's all there. I do not have to go to the coach to learn that. If I have to know about what shoes to put on, it's there. I go back to this question point here. ये जो आपके list of questions हैं, okay, around which entire preparation is based on, around which your entire process of preparation is based on. My understanding is that these are not the right type of questions that actually bother you. Karthik, the board is very bright. Okay, I think the lights, do we need them? No, I'm finding that Nikki, even people on there are telling it's too bright. Just check. Yeah, yes, let's get it right for you. Is it any better now? No, not yet. This one. Is better now? Yes. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, so I recap here that these actually are not the problems that concern you. आपके concerns किसी और level पे हैं. Okay, because these are some of the easiest questions you could have think of getting answered. So I'm giving size to you here. अब देखो, the questions that you are asking us, they are more on what and how of the process. Okay, to differentiate this, I'll ask some questions, or let's see how you answer those. Online, I'll ask some questions to all of you, okay? And this time, write down. First question to you. You don't have too much time, okay? First question to you is, mains examination mein, what is the total marks worth paper you appear? Likho marks. What is the total marks worth of paper you are appearing. लिखा? कितने मार्क्स से पेपर होता है मेंस में? टोटल मार्क्स कितना है? लिख लो आप पहले. No, don't give me calculation, Maria. मुझे exact number बताओ. 1. Number 2. What is the approximate cutoff marks for qualifying in the interview? लिखो, write down all of you. सब लिखो आप लोग पेपर में. All of you. Okay, Sarthak, we'll come back on that. What is the approximate cutoff mark, okay, for the interview call? Third question. What is the approximate marks the last person का rank होता है वो score करता है? So cutoff mark to enter the list, final list. Cutoff mark to enter the final list. लिखा? Next question. Next question. If the cutoff is 90, prelims ka, for general candidates, if the cutoff is 90, okay, and you have attempted 90, if the cutoff is 90 and you have attempted 90, how many mistakes you can afford to have? I know it's a CSAT question now. And I'll tell you why I'm asking these questions. Agar cutoff, I hope you know, cutoff 90 approximate hota hai. हालांकि इस बार का पता नहीं है. But before that, the cutoff was around 92 odd. The previous year cutoff was about 95, 97. I have the data with me here. I can share with all of you here. 2021 में the prelims cutoff was 87.54 for the general candidates. For 2020, the cutoff was 92. So let me assume a cutoff of 90. Online, are you all alert? And you have attempted 90 questions. Kitna questions aapka wrong ho sakta hai? You can afford to make a mistake. Fine? Okay. Another question. Another question. Okay. Society is a topic in which paper? GS1, all agree. ठीक है, GS1. Some of you didn't know, ठीक है, लिख लो. Tell me, what are the subtopics of society in your syllabus? लिखो, write down. Under society, what are the subtopics of your syllabus? What are the subtopics of syllabus under society? लिखा? All of you write down, please. Online, offline. हाँ, सार्थक पूरा calculation करके मुझे मत बताओ. Okay. And you have spent good number of time there. I'll come back on that. लिखा सोसाइटी का क्या टॉपिक्स हैं? पेपर 4 का सिलेबस क्या है? पेपर 4 क्या है? एथिक्स. गिव मी ए ब्रीफ आइडिया, उसमें क्या क्या आता है? What are the topics under paper 4? GS paper 4. प्रीलिम्स में एक टॉपिक है सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. ये किसके अंडर आता है? इन प्रीलिम्स देयर इज अ टॉपिक कॉल्ड सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. इट कम्स अंडर व्हाट टॉपिक? Yes, Jagriti. It comes under what theme? हो गया? Okay, watch here. I'm sure some of you know the answers. Okay. Let me tell you the answers. Okay. So in the mains paper, okay, you actually attempt how many marks? 1750 plus 600. Okay, ये 600 आपका लैंग्वेज का पेपर है. लैंग्वेज पेपर 300 मार्क का है, 250 मार्क नहीं है. And this of course is 250 marks each into optional, GS and so on. Okay, so you are appearing 2350 worth of marks in the mains paper. That was my first question. Please check किस किस का right है, टिक मारो, wrong है तो ठीक करो. Okay, fine, Jagriti, I'll answer your questions. Okay, that's one. Second question I asked was, cutoff पूछा था मैंने. To qualify for the interview qualifying, general candidates, approximately 740, 750 is your cutoff. Okay, to get a call for the interview. And अगर rank में आना है, anybody कितना marks approximately? Okay, about 950, okay, 1000 approximately. Like it varies. In 2021, mains cutoff for general candidates was 745. Okay, and the final was 953. Okay, in 2020, the mains cutoff was 736 and the final was 944. इसी रेंज रख दिया मैंने. Okay, and please appreciate the fact कि ये गैप जो है 200 मार्क का गैप है. इसका मतलब क्या है? If anybody has 740 and 50, okay, it's very difficult for him to clear until interview मिलेगा 200 मार्क. Okay, an interview में good mark is 175, 180 is a very good mark. 200 cross karna is a next level game. And I'm sure all of you realize this fact that, okay, your aim is not to clear prelims. Aapka aim kya hai? To qualify finally, correct? So this is your number, okay? Mains ke marks itna dete ho and this. You all write down the points? Okay. The third information I asked was cutoff for the prelims. अगर ये पूछा क्वेश्चन क्या नेक्स्ट क्या था? लास्ट कट ऑफ कितना था बता दिया मैंने. ओके, 2021 में जनरल कैंडिडेट का कट ऑफ था 87.54 एंड 2020 में कट ऑफ था 92.51. एंड माय क्वेश्चन वाज, लिख लो प्लीज, राइट डाउन, यू विल नीड द नंबर्स. ओके, एंड ओके, आई आस्क्ड अ क्वेश्चन कि अगर 90 कट ऑफ है, अगर 90 कट ऑफ है एंड अगर आपका 90 अटेम्प्ट है, ओके, हाउ मेनी क्वेश्चंस कैन यू अफोर्ड टू हैव करेक्ट एंड हाउ मेनी क्वेश्चन यू कैन अफोर्ड टू हैव रॉन्ग? ओके, आई होप यू नो नेगेटिव मार्किंग है. सो योर फॉर्मूला, आई मीन आई डोंट हैव टू बाय हार्ट दिस, कि इफ x is your okay right answers and if attempt 90 है, 90 attempts, if your attempts are whatever, minus x is your wrong answers, 1/3 कटेगा by 3. Okay, you get 2 marks for each right answer. This must be 90. ये आपका फॉर्मूला है. This is your cutoff. Okay, so अगर if लगाओगे फॉर्मूला, so I have a table with me here. Okay, yeah, if 90 is cut off, correct should be again of decimals में है 57 and 33. Okay, 57, 33, this is the right number. अगर if your attempts are 9, sorry, if your cutoff is 90 and if your attempts are 80, then correct should be 54 and wrong cannot be more than 26. Okay? Write this number down. Write this number down. I'll tell you how to appreciate it afterwards. Okay. If your cutoff is, which I think is a safe margin, if a cutoff is 95, and if your attempts are 90, a cutoff 95 है और attempt 90 है, correct or wrong का जो numbers हैं, correct okay, has to be 58 and wrong can't be more than 32. तो ऐसे आप कुछ निकाल सकते हो combinations, what you must try for. So ultimately, if you look at the numbers, okay, अगर आप attempt कर रहे हो in the range of 85, 95 के range में अगर आपका attempts हैं, I'm giving a range to you. You must try to get approximately 60 questions correct. This is a safe margin. Okay? अगर 85, 90 के range में आपका attempts हैं, okay, 60 questions करो correct, so 30, 35 तक wrong कर सकते हो. But please work out what the numbers look like eventually. ठीक है? Okay. Online, are you all attentive here? I'm going some direction. I'll let you know. Okay. Then I asked you about syllabus, right? Okay. Now see. Society. लिखो society का syllabus लिखो. Okay. Keywords क्या हैं? Diversity of India. Role of women and women organizations, population issues, poverty, women organizations, population issues, poverty, developmental issues like urbanization, development issues like urbanizations, effect of globalization on Indian society. Effect of globalization on Indian society, social empowerment, communalism, regionalism, and secularism. लिखा आप लोगों ने, all of you? This is and this is different from paper 2 में एक topic है called as social justice. When we talk about society, we talk about okay, social justice and society together. Social justice में आपका next issues हैं okay, around equality, okay, around institutions for social justice, rights of the depressed class, and so on. Have a look at what it is. Then I asked you, syllabus ethics का क्या है? Right? So the right terms are 3 terms: ethics, integrity, and aptitude. There are portions of administration, there are portions of psychology. ये सवाल था आपके पास? Okay. Please go back and have a look. Now listen, what I am arriving at. जब आप पूछते हो सवाल, when you ask questions around what to study, what books to read, okay, which institute to join, how to revise questions, how to write answers. My fundamental question to all of you is, क्या वाकई में आपने एग्जामिनेशन के बारे में सोचा भी है? Because the test of this is what I call as how well you know the examination. आप सोच के देखें आप, and I'm sure all of you in the class right now, 2-3-4 महीने पढ़ाई कर रहे हो. You're studying for the last 3-4 months. Online students. I'm sure some of you have been studying for maybe even 6-7 months, even 1 year. How many of you got all the questions right? Raise your hand. How many of you got all the questions right? How many of you knew the language papers are 300 मार्क का? कट ऑफ क्या है? कट ऑफ क्या है? कट ऑफ क्या है? हाँ, गुड. 25% कट ऑफ है. Yeah. See, it's a huge statement on, okay, yeah, negative marking नहीं है लैंग्वेज में, करेक्ट, पर कट ऑफ तो है. ठीक है. See, it's a huge statement on कि आप वाकई में एग्जाम के लिए सीरियस हो भी कि नहीं हो. Imagine what you have invested, all of you. आप लोग 2-2 साल निकाल देते हो, पढ़ाई कर रहे हो. God knows how much money you have invested in classes. और इतना नहीं पता आपको कि सिलेबस क्या है, कितने मार्क्स का पेपर है, ये नहीं पता आपको. You don't know the cutoff also, as if language doesn't matter. And do you know of examples how many people don't qualify the language paper itself? 2 साल पहले तक people didn't care about CSAT either. Okay, 33% कितना है for qualifying CSAT? Okay, so इतना अगर नहीं पता आपको, I mean, it's a statement on are you really immersed in the preparation or not? I call that immersion. The problem is not what to read. The problem is not on how to study. The problem is not what notes to take. The problem is, are you nose deep in the process or not? That's why I said this workshop is a dream of mine. हम चाहते हैं कि हर बच्चा, when you start off your preparation, आपके fundamentals about the examinations control में होने चाहिए. सर मैं कौन सा बैट खरीदूं, कौन सा पैड खरीदूं, कहां खेलने जाऊं, और क्रिकेट का रूल्स ही नहीं पता कि क्रिकेट पैर से मारा नहीं जाता गेंद को. आपको रूल्स ही नहीं पता. In 1 over how many balls? And you have bought the best of the bat, the best of the coach with you here. So I'm questioning that aspect of a preparation. And you will be surprised. Even teachers do not know these details. मैं खड़ा कर दूं some teachers. I'm sure some of them will fail in telling the syllabus of what they're teaching. I ask a question. System development किस topic में है? आपने सब common sense लगाया, environment बोल दिया, right? It's on the development topic. Economic development, sustainable development. Which means sustainable development should not be studied from the perspective of ecology alone. It must be linked with economic policies, linked with developmental programs. आप किस examination के लिए prepare कर रहे हो? An examination where you are supposed to govern the nation. An examination where you're making policies, and you all know this. The examination is not easy. It is a tough one. How can you start your preparation, join institutes, take up courses without knowing these basics? आपको cutoff कितना attempt होना चाहिए? Tell me. For some of you, this must be a revelation. कि 90 cutoff है और 90 attempts लेना है. कितना मैं wrong नहीं कर सकता हूं? ये fundamental question नहीं है आपके लिए. This is the first step. That's what I'm saying. Your problem is not what to study. मेरा question बनता है, आपको पता भी आप कहां घुस रहे हो? So your preparation process, why I'm saying, and I have put up the hoardings everywhere, कि before you join a course, पहले ये workshop कर लेना आप लोग. I'm questioning whether you appreciate the examination or not. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपका intention नहीं था, but somehow हमारा cycle का process ऐसा है that what should be at the core of preparation, unfortunately, is not considered. That's why I said this. Your questions are more on what and how. Whereas, your question should have been different. So I said, let's try something. यही आपने question लिखा ना? मैंने पूछा था, syllabus लिखो आप. I asked you, total marks बताओ, कितने marks देते हो आप लोग? कितना cut off है बताओ? How much time you need to qualify? Now, देखो, if you do not know the examination or the question paper, then you don't even know what is the right time in which you can prepare. Somebody asked me this morning, sir, if the exam preparation starts from October or say September last year, should I give the prelims or not? My answer to that question was, why should I decide that? आप शुरू कर रहे हो अक्टूबर में या सितंबर में, you must know कि the examination requires step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. आप बताओ आप रेडी हो या नहीं हो? वो सवाल होना भी क्यों चाहिए? And if your attempt is 24, then what you should get ready by when? वो पता होना चाहिए आपको. So as a person, I'll show you some data also on that. You have to be very focused and thinking individual. A person who knows कि किसमें घुसे हैं, कितना टाइम चाहिए, इतना इंफॉर्मेशन होना चाहिए that you should be able to challenge a teacher कि सर ये क्यों पढ़ाया जा रहा है, ये क्यों नहीं पढ़ाया जा रहा है? Why is the course getting over on XYZ date and not on ABC date? Students come and join the class, okay, geography ka optional in the month of November, December, January, and the request to me is, sir, course khatam kar do aap sir March tak. Sabko pata bhi hai kya padhna hai, nahi padhna hai. Okay. As a teacher, I would be happiest man if I can finish the course in 3-4 months. मैंने पूरे पैसे भी ले लिया आपसे, 3 महीने में काम भी खत्म करा दिया आपका. The more than you, I am concerned कि खत्म हो, एक और बैच शुरू करना है मुझे. तो ये मुझे डिस्कस करना भी क्यों आपके साथ में? You should know this. That's why I'm asking this question to you. Okay. The problem is not what book to read. Believe me, ये answers हर website में है. Okay, worth looking into. It's on the YouTube, and people who are on the streets also can advise you. जो सवाल आप मुझे पूछ रहे हो, what to read, okay, आप उसका आंसर किसी और को देने वाले हो. Who will join you as your roommate after 6-7 months. You are his advisor. आप बताओ confidently ये पढ़ोगे, फिर मुझे क्यों दोबारा पूछ रहे हो यार? The question is not around. Yeah, please. Yeah, Leah. The question is not around what to read. Question kuch और deeper है. Okay. I said the problem lies in your immersion. Take it seriously, guys. Okay. The examination को tough बनाने वाले आप ही हैं in some ways. You are responsible for making the examination tough because you don't know the examination. As simple as that. Okay. आप उतर जाते हो खेलने के लिए फुटबॉल, not even knowing कि कितना बड़ा बॉल होने वाला जो आपके पास आएगा. You want to become a goalkeeper, not even knowing क्या distance है between the poles, कि कितना jump करना पड़ेगा. That's a bad way of practicing, no? I hope, yeah, hello, hey, Lakshman. I hope I'm putting some sense here. So what I am requesting to all of you is, treat this session as a very important session for you. I promise you'll go back with insights. But hang on with me. This is something I cannot deliver in half an hour, 1 hour. Okay, I do not know. My team tells me that we have arrangement for your snacks also. Like, aap jayenge nahi hame chhod ke. Stay with us. It'll take me 1 hour. If you want, I can go on for 2 hours also. But have the clarity on what you are doing and then start the process. I'll take a short pause here. I have invited a very senior teacher, Professor Manoj Sharma sir. He's part of our Polity team. I just wanted him to talk to you, to give you some insights about what about Polity. Because I think आपके examination में ये 4 important pillars हैं. Okay, Polity is a very important pillar. Economy is important pillar. Unfortunately, Tehleel, who's our teacher in Polity, is not there. Okay, he could not come down. Ethics बहुत important है, and luckily for us, okay, Dimple is here. Okay, geography, environment. अगर ये 4-5 areas cover हो जाते हैं, okay, you are in a safe zone. नहीं Shivam, Shivam was expecting optional class today. Okay, no Shivam, I had announced it yesterday that we will not have optional class today. Today is a reboot class. Okay. I hope to set the orientation. Okay. So Mariam, one by one. Okay. So I have just invited him. He will come in now. He will spend, he has a very short window. He must go for the class. Nitish, okay. A very short window. He's kind enough to give us some time. Interact with him about polity governance. Sir, please, sir. Okay. Governance. He has been teaching for a good number of years across very nice institutes. Happy to have him on our platform. And ask him, he will share his wisdom and I'll take off from there. Okay, sir. Yeah, online students, all of you are free to discuss with him.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, myself, Dr. Manoj Kumar Sharma, and sir has actually told much more than what I deserve. But in regard to polity and governance, one thing which I would like to share with you is that it becomes of cardinal importance to crack this exam. Okay. If I talk of prelims, then also. And if I talk of mains, then you yourself must have seen the scheme, full 250 marks paper is associated with it. And if you have a good understanding of governance, things associated with the case studies also go easier on you. Okay. So what is polity about? What should be our approach? That we will try to understand in this brief interaction with you. And then you can ask me or some concerns about polity also. Okay. See, friends, generally when we start understanding polity, we limit ourselves to the idea of one book, popular book is there. I'm not saying that's a bad book, definitely not. But that's not polity. Yes, you can have an idea of it, but you need to understand it is a competition. And they also know everyone must have gone through it. So if you check the questions, UPSC is asking applied questions. And the confusion, children, that comes when you actually are seeing it in 4 new sentences presented to you in a generalized language. Very easy to say what is a state, very easy to talk about it. But when I give 4 statements about it, which of the following will describe the state best? And then you have to be really cautious that the statement you are picking up is having all the necessary components which the state is providing for. The questions when are asked in regard to application aspect, okay, which of the following will best explain liberty? Simple things I'm just referring just in the beginning only. What best explains liberty? And somebody may think of that whether law should be there or not. Somebody who has gone through Hobbes will say, no, law will be required, otherwise protection of freedom and liberty will not be there. Somebody who has further gone through Rousseau will have an idea, liberty is there, but state shall never be allowed to go, state shall never be allowed to go arbitrary in nature. Okay. So slowly you move, and that is what they expect out of you, that you are understanding things. So UPSC, children, is more applied. It is more of applied nature. It is not of just reading out. Okay, in polity, I understand state means something having the following 4 components. In generalized statement, when you are talking about it, how will you be able to decipher that generalized flat statement that UPSC will be providing? This is the challenge of pre. If I ask you, fundamental right, something that is applied in regard to a fundamental right that may be asked for. That what this, which of the following will explain the best this particular right, like right to marry by your own choice, whether it will go under Article 19, 21, whatever. So simple things, but applied format. So this is the idea of polity. They may ask you some very, UPSC is all about novelty. Okay. Number of you must have appeared at IIT, IIMs, that is CAT, and this IAS. IAS now is one of the toughest of them. It's the toughest. They are the exam of, can you decipher or break something new? A problem never comes standardized in front of you in life. That's the idea of IIT. That's the idea of IAS, and that's the idea of IIMs. Novelty factor will always be there. And that can only be cracked by one who is having fundamentals clear. Not just having an idea that, okay, from this article till this article, fundamental rights are there. No, that will not help. That will not help. Definition of a state, what Article 12 is talking. Is that sufficient? No, they may ask you whether this will fall under definition of a state. And the question may be mixed with RTI. That against which of the following an RTI will be possible. Okay, so two sources of yours understanding. One, you have gone through RTI Act provisions. Then you will know, okay, this will fall under RTI or this will not fall under RTI. Or you have actually learned about the applied aspects, like writ of mandamus is possible against private persons also, or private organizations or not. Something like this. This is UPSC now. Okay, so UPSC now is all about clearing your fundamentals. And that is what at Edukemy I will always appreciate the efforts of Shabbir sir and the entire team. We don't want to just complete the syllabus. We want to clear the concepts. And that's where we want to create a niche for ourselves. Okay, otherwise everything appears competitive. What is the best way to stand out of competition? Give what someone requires. Not in just quantitative aspect, but in qualitative aspect as well. Okay, so polity, friends, without going through the bare act is not possible to crack now exam, no chance. Second, for mains purpose children, you definitely will have to have 1-page notes on everything. Like the collegium issue is going on nowadays, you are seeing regular statements are coming. So child, they may ask you even what is 1, 2, and 3 judges case. The cases starting from 1981. That even should be known to you. For mains. For pre, no. Not required for pre. But for mains, you will be expected to understand that how this collegium and the concept has been concretized and how judiciary through these cases has almost declared its complete independence. So mains is knowing the cases. Okay, mains cannot be cracked. If you are looking for anything plus 110 marks, which you should get if you want to be in the list properly. 110 plus, it means your notes, and it is not so that you need to be from background of law, not at all. You need to have some very special knowledge of polity, not at all. It simply requires know the important issues and prepare 1-page notes on each of them. That's a mistake. It's not possible to articulate there suddenly a properly formulated answer. Okay, it's not possible. I can have it. Because in winters, you will mind that, sorry, sir, this is unfair. You are talking of polity and equity, equality, you talk of a lot of big things. But when the thing is of serving, you only are having it. Anyway, so children, what we want from you is do not waste attempts. The idea is not of wasting attempts. Okay? You need to understand that what is the requirement. You need to understand that knowing the term state is not sufficient. Can I deal with a flatter statement when a very flat, generalized statement is talked about it? Can I still identify, yes, this should be the correct expression of the concept which I have learned. The problem which generally happens, I will not say that those who fail are bad students. No, it's a wrong statement, totally wrong statement, and an insult to their hard work. No, they work hard. Only thing is, you all understand work done is equal to F dot D. And this D is displacement, not distance. So pushing against the wall will also not result in any displacement, though you may be spending energy. Okay? You may be spending energy, consuming energy, but result may not be there. Understand the exam. UPSC will change itself every 4 to 5 years. And if you ask me, earlier we used to say CAT is the most difficult exam. Then we started saying IIT is the most difficult exam in the country. And now we say IAS is the most difficult exam, not only in the country, across Asia and maybe in the globe also. Okay, this is how it changed. What has changed in it? If you will see the papers earlier, it was more of predictable nature. Only the coverage was required. So Bhaisa factor was very successful. Means I'm in my second attempt or third attempt, I will clear. Of course, because I have more coverage. This thing has been somewhere diluted by the new pattern of UPSC, which is saying maybe your first attempt you may be a topper. Doesn't matter. If you know how to crack this type of complexity which we have created in the exam, complex is never difficult. I think we all understand it. Complex never means difficult. Complex simply means more variables in a specific relationship. That is how we understand complex. Okay, I was added to a complex number. So that's nothing. Complex is never difficult. Complex simply means that the association of variables stand in a specific pattern, and that you need to understand. Lakshmikant still remains a good book, but with what? The Bare Act. That should also be referred regularly. And in the class, when we are starting, I think very soon, 12th or 13th. So at that time, what I will request all of you is come with Bare Act. Initially, of course, we need to start with state, what is constitution, because UPSC has been so smart, has even asked, what is the purpose of constitution? Is it to give powers to the instruments of the state, institutions of the state, or is it something different from it? Okay, any one of you would like to tell me what is the purpose of the constitution? Actually, it's a way to have water and tea. We teachers are smart. We know how to take a break. Throw a question, they will think, and you have water and coffee. Yes. Who will like to answer? Don't hesitate. Yes. Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Keep sitting also. If you want to stand, it's perfect. No problem. As you are comfortable.
Sir, hello. Sir, according to me, every country needs a law, sir. And without a law, a country is nothing, sir. If a law is not there, sir, everything is messed up. That's why I think a constitution is needed in the country, sir. And constitution provide equal chances to everyone, sir. If a marginalized society, sir, can I speak in Hindi, sir?
Why not?
Yeah. सर अगर मार्जिनलाइज सोसाइटी को भी हम देखें सर तो उनको भी अब कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में हम लोग इक्वल स्टेटस दे रहे सर और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऐसा चीज है
According to you, if I cut short, constitution is a mechanism to achieve welfare.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Something else?
Constitution provides both power to the government, also it limits the power of the government. If government uses it, I will do it.
So the purpose of the constitution is to give power to the government.
So it the power of the government.
Yes, so it also limits the power of the government.
Okay,
It
let
also
me come out with the
defines
question
the
only. Okay,
various-
straight away the question which UPSC asked. That will be more beautiful to interact with. Two statements were given. Okay. And they asked, that is, consider the following statements, and two statements were there. Statement number one was, the purpose of the Constitution is to limit the powers of the government in favor of the people. Okay. And second statement was, the purpose of the Constitution is to limit rights of people in favor of the government. And then ABCD key is, A means only one is true, that's UPSC standard. B means only two is true. C means both 1 and 2 are true. And D means both 1 and 2 are false. And the question is, purpose of the Constitution. What of the objective of the Constitution is what? Who will like to answer it? One, that is A. Okay. All are with A? Or there is B or C also? Who all are with A? Let's have the house divide. House divide, you understand? Division of votes in the legislature. Talking polity, so let's have that regularly. Yes, who are with A? Raise your hands. Yes, sir, I will repeat the second statement. Second statement was, the purpose of the Constitution is to limit the rights of people in favor of the government. Okay, that is the second statement. So, who all are with B? Anyone with B? Okay, no problem. Ekla chalo re, that's also okay. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi said that truth, even if it is minority of one, remains a truth, provided it is a truth. We will check later. There's no worry in it. Fine. Who all are with C? Okay. And who all are with D? D means both are false. Anyone with D? Okay, fine. That's the beauty of UPSC. They come with their full cart and someone will pick some answer for sure. The correct answer is A. No doubts in it. The purpose of the Constitution, the entire constitutionalism thought is pro-people in favor of people. The idea has been to restrict the state, to limit the state. And that's why the very basic definition beta of Constitution goes of the idea of limited government. So this is that sentence which UPSC may use, limited government. So limited is limited in its functions, limited in its powers. And that's why we have principle of entrenchment also as one of the sacred principle of any constitution. Anyway, so no worries, right or wrong here, doesn't matter. We are just learning. So this is how UPSC will present very, very simple things. They are actually testing your fundamentals. You know, those who have gone wrong, those who have marked C, why they have marked C? I'm telling you why. They actually remembered 19B, 19C, 19D, and 19E that there are. Am I right? Yes. But that is my child. A restriction, that's not the idea of the Constitution. It is when you go beyond. And it is again for others that your freedom may be restricted, not in favor of the state. And a very recent judgment, which will be for mains, it will come. For pre, I don't think it can appear that whether right to freedom of speech and expression is not limited against the state and whether it is available against a private person as well. That will be for mains, not for pre. We don't expect, because it is an opinion. Somebody in pre is required to mark from the point of view of what is objectively provided in the Constitution. Okay? What is objectively provided in the Constitution? Rest is on alertness. How are you alert? A question on Prime Minister can be asked in simple terms. What is the term of Prime Minister in India? A, at the pleasure of the President. B, at the pleasure of majority in House of People. C, not specified in the Constitution. Okay. And D, 5 years. Answer it. See, all of you have gone through it. And that's the beauty of UPSC. And see my daring, I'm asking the question. I know you must be knowing it. Yes? Who all are with at the pleasure of President? A. Let's have the house divide again. No one. Who all are with B? You want it to be with A? Okay, this time you don't want to go with there. Who all are with B? At the pleasure of the majority in House of People. Okay. Who all are with C? Not defined in the Constitution. Okay. And rest have to be somewhere. See, no abstaining. You cannot abstain from voting. That's one important thing. You cannot, none of you can abstain from voting. So rest are in D, 5 years. Will you be happy to be placed with D? Okay, he's saying yes. The correct answer is at the pleasure of the President. So that's the beauty of this is UPSC. They will actually read something from there and not just PM, my child, all. And now this pleasure is defined. Now this pleasure is defined. And now this pleasure is defined in terms of other things which may be specified. Like we said, what? Like we said, whom? The confidence of majority in House of People. Okay, that is where we will talk of that what is this pleasure of President can be further defined as. So that's a separate thing altogether. Understanding it? That's a separate thing altogether. So friends, now I just gave you an idea that what polity is like and where you have to be alert. Please understand, having information is not sufficient. Having information of polity is not sufficient. What you need to know is how to approach the questions. That is also important. Because if you do not have an idea that what can be the challenge, then how will you go well prepared for that? Okay. So important is that you read a particular topic. It can be fundamental rights. Then you identify that, okay, for mains purpose, these things are possible to be asked. And for pre, how the questions can be framed. When you have this preparation, then you can tell yourself, yes, I will be able to frame an answer for UPSC. Okay. It is rightly said that mains is the real challenge. No doubts in it. Mains is the real challenge. But if you ask me, with the novelty in the questions, even pre is a real challenge. So I will never write off a student or candidate who in a particular year failed to clear pre. No, because nature of pre is such, which in itself is the challenge of can you deal with new and that too in variety of things. Mains predictable. You have the idea that out of these 100 issues, let's say in polity and governance, they will ask 20. Yes, 4 or 5 may be out of that, correct. But 15 surely will be from there. So mains is more predictable. But what is going on, as I said, that in regard to collegium, we may ask you, what have been the 3 judges' cases? And we can ask you 1, 2, 3. So you need to write in 150 words in very specific term. This was this. In first judge case in 1981, they talked about it. Then in 1992, 93, they said like this. And in 1998, in the third judge case, which is not a case at all, which is an opinion of the court, this was the opinion of the court. That is how the answer will be framed. No scope for moving on the statements without a specific track. And that's why I said, you need to be prepared in advance. Otherwise, attempt will be wasted. It can be wasted at pre as well. It can be wasted at mains as well. So this is the effort at Edukemy. Okay. We may be relatively new, but what the effort is, and that's why the team here, we are presenting is those who know the business. Okay. Those who know what can come. We are not here to inform you about. Many online classes may be there, which may just be providing the idea of, okay, I will tell you about this information. UPSC or any competition is never about information. Any one of us, if has given IIT, we understand it. It's not about knowing Newton's laws. It's not about knowing the laws of electrostatics. No, that will not help to solve a question of IIT. You require some specific practice and some specific understanding in an applied manner. That is where we will be helping you out. Right, friends? So otherwise, constitution appears to be, or polity appears to be starting from the definition of a state and ending up with constitutional bodies. Ending up with constitutional bodies. No, it's very good actually. I was thinking of mine. And now I'm more worried what you will say about mine. Yeah. Online students, please look at the P. Huh? That's okay. I have to look for that. Okay. Yes, now it's fine. So my online students, my friends, I'm sorry I was actually such a wonderful August gathering is sitting here. So I was busy in interacting with them. So I missed you, but for sure, we will not be missing you. Okay? We will not be missing you. And your queries as well, we will be taking live. We have all the facility here. Directly, we will be talking about. And prelims preparation of Suryadev has talked about prelims preparation of polity is very different from mains. How to integrate? See, child, information is first thing. So that is what I said. I am not writing off that popular book. Okay. I do not promote any book. That's why I'm not taking the name. So any popular guide is okay. But for child information, that's all. Then you need to specifically prepare. And this is where you will be somewhere separated from the masses or crowd. And that's any selection process. We all know selection is a negative process. Selection doesn't mean that all the good candidates have been selected. No, selected simply means that out of the good, those who are on the top, okay, they have been taken in the list. Many good candidates may still be left. So that's why there is nothing, never to feel dejected with any failure. Understand more about UPSC, understand more about things. But yes, one thing I can say, if you really are very well prepared, like I said, that for all the possible topics of mains, 1-page notes if you are having. Similarly, for pre, you have the idea to apply, be sure, let it be your first attempt, you still will be making it to the list. And for pre, polity, economy, geography, and environment, if you have control over them, you are appearing for mains starting in September. These 3 things. Rest, you can never be sure of. Yes, you need, I'm not saying you need not cover science and tech, history, everything you need to cover, because easy questions from every topic should be done. But here accuracy rate need to be very high, very, very high. Polity and economy are very, very static, okay? Limited also in their syllabus, limited also. And fortunately, at UPSC, we have full 250 marks, okay, associated with some international affairs question. We have full 250 marks paper there, and they help then in your GS4 paper as well. So that is what I will talk just to begin with. And the nature I have given you for pre is this is the nature. For mains also, I gave you a question that how they are to be framed, how they will be coming. That is what will be our discussion. Anything you want to ask, you are most welcome to ask. Any query from your side? Feeling cold or just slightly surprised by the questions, the nature of questions. Online friends, sir, how pleasure of president and not COM. The best part is refer Article 75. Okay. And COM, if you see in Article 75 written, that COM is collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha, House of People.
Sir,
And child, it cannot be COM because COM is formed. The first one is to be appointed is the Prime Minister, and others are appointed on the recommendation, that is aid and advice of the Prime Minister. Okay, that is where we understand it, and it is very clearly given. So there is not that we have to derive it from some understanding. No, very clearly given at the pleasure of. So all the ministers, and all the ministers, my child, will definitely include even Prime Minister. Okay, he is just first among the equals.
sir,
So any other, just a minute, let me see. That's right. Any other query? Friends who are online, now I am just with you only, and see, they are just missing me. Sir, when should we start answering writing in GS as we start syllabus or after completion of syllabus? Ajay, this thing is that, see, first of all, mains, as I talked about, is somewhere where you compose yourself, whatever knowledge you are having, and you bring it to 250 words in some questions and 150 words in others. Okay. As I am telling you, I just gave one example. There can be an example in regard to ordinance also. You need to know, beta, specific information in advance. That year it may appear, may not appear. That's different thing. But all the important things, you need to have one-page notes. Otherwise, mains answer cannot be written suddenly there. Impossible. Yes, you will definitely write, but selection will not be there. You will end up scoring 78, 85, 80. So you may be happy, but next year again the same score will be repeated. Till the time you do not make some fundamental change, and the change is this: one-page notes with specific information, that which case studies I have to put, any judgments of courts I have to give, any recommendation of Punchi Commission or ARC I need to give. This should be in your one single page, and that makes your answer. If it comes that year, straight away vomit it. Otherwise, some others will come for sure from what you have prepared only. Shivam, Nisha has asked, thank you for writing. Just kindly share your email. Okay. Sir, how to handle case study involving prioritizing either DPSP or FR? What is the purpose of the Constitution I talked about, Shivam? The purpose of the Constitution is, if we have seen one single line, if I go with from 17th century, 18th century discussions, starting from mainly Rousseau. Some people say if Rousseau's ideas would not have been there, probably French Revolution would have taken place somewhere around 50 years more later. It would have happened 100%, but slightly later. So when I see what they are writing is there, their writing is clearly giving an idea that state cannot be arbitrary and exploitative. Sovereignty rests in the people, which they do not give to the state, what Hobbes talked about. They do not surrender their sovereignty. And from that point of view, Shivam, you have the answer. And that is where we have seen that for Article 39, B and C, we even allow superseding of FRs for DPSP. So that's where you need to talk about. Fine, friends, sir. Oh, no. One query is there. Yes, please. I'm so
Sir?
sorry, sir. Yes.
सर जो वो लैंग्वेज को तोड़ मड़ोड़ के करते हैं, तो उसका वो जो सार है उसको कैसे समझें?
See, there's no तोड़ मरोड़. मैं बता रहा हूँ. Let me talk in your, जो आपने बात की. बेटा, एक होता है स्टैंडर्ड स्टेटमेंट, जैसे हम पुस्तक में पढ़ते हैं, राइट? हम लोग इमिटेट करते हैं बचपन से और एक्विंटेंस से उसको पहचान करते हैं. हाँ, ये ऐसा चेहरा है. ये एक आदत हमारे सिस्टम की है. अब अगर स्टैंडर्ड स्टेटमेंट आ गया वैसा ही तो आप एकदम पहचान लेंगे। बस यही यूपीएससी खेलती है। वो क्या करती है, उस स्टेटमेंट को बात वही कहेगी लेकिन उसे अपनी लैंग्वेज में बोल देती है। अब इसका तो बेटा एक ही तरीका रह गया, that you know the meaning of that standard statement. Instead of cramming or remembering that standard statement, know the purpose or meaning of that standard statement. Okay? क्योंकि अगर इसीलिए हम कहते हैं ना फंडे से होते हैं ये एग्जाम क्लियर। पहले सिविल सर्विसेज ऐसा नहीं था, अब सिविल सर्विसेज टफेस्ट एग्जाम है और सबसे अच्छा एग्जाम है। नाउ इट डज नॉट रिक्वायर 5 years 6 years स्टडीज। इफ यू कैन clear your fundamentals in 1 year, 1.5 years, you are in the list. अब ज्यादा रिलायबल एग्जाम है, अब ये अनसर्टेन पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन बिल्कुल नहीं है। अब तो चैलेंज क्लियर है, नो द थिंग एंड लेट्स प्ले। अगर आपको आता है आप जीत जाएंगे। अर्लियर द थिंग वाज you were required to know even such things that which of the following snake will live in a nest. ये अर्लियर क्वेश्चंस होते थे 1990s till 2004। अब आप पता कर रहे हैं कि जी बिच्छू कहाँ रहता है, ये कहाँ रहता है, कौन घोंसले में रहता है, कौन बिल में रहता है। ये doesn't make sense for anyone who actually wants to become a civil servant should actually be having an idea that how do you serve people. That's why now schedule 5 schedule 6 सर एक चैलेंज चल ही रहा है। We still how to develop people. So orientation of exam has changed. Okay, fine friends.
Okay, so bad news, I'm back again. Okay. Some of you were hoping कि शायद मैं ना आऊं, and okay, Gaurav, we'll answer some of your questions. मैंने कुछ चीजें questions जो होती हैं ना वो आदत वाली होती हैं, पूछना ही पूछना है। Okay, fine, let's start off. Hello online. Thank you for being patient. See, the whole purpose of getting some other speakers speak also, you know that what we are discussing is not a random idea. Okay, it is underlying. Sir, वही बार बार बोल रहे थे, आपके फंडे क्लियर होने चाहिए. Okay, you have to develop the insights into okay, what are the questions asked, for which he demonstrated through certain previous questions. Okay, I'll take the conversation ahead from there. Yeah, hello Ajay, hi. I'll take off from there. So just summarizing what all we were discussing, I started with जो हमारे doubts हैं and the questions that we have. Okay, I say most of these questions are actually the peripheral concerns. Okay, I'm not saying वो important नहीं है, okay, but वो थोड़े शायद peripheral हैं. Your core issues are different. Okay, like say, I mean, आपका example लेता हूं मैं, और even you ask the question. When you say कि sir notes कैसे बनाएं? Okay, if you know the purpose of कि notes बनाया क्यों जाता है, okay, you will not ask the question anymore. If you understand the purpose of why you must summarize, you will not bother about the question कि बनाए तो कहां से बनाएं. You will know the answer. So कुछ और है, और आप जो कह रहे हो कि the words are becoming tricky, that is because when you are studying the concepts, most of us don't study the deeper aspect of the concept. Superficially हम कुछ पढ़ लेते हैं, और क्वेश्चन आता है some deep concept से पूछ देते हैं. Okay, and that's why sir said this, if you know what the fundamental issue is, okay, you will know what is being asked by knowing those words. So you'll have to understand at a different depth. Okay, that's why I said the core issues are a bit different. And third, okay, I was focusing on the idea called as immersion. Immersion. So I'm carrying forward the discussion from there. I hope all are ready, online students. All ready? I'll take you through again certain exercises. selection कम है. You know what, Lakshman? If you ask me, examination actually आसान है. For simple reason, most people जो बैठते हैं, they do not know the process. Okay. If you know the process, आप आराम से अलग हो सकते हो. If you know the game, what's happening, आप आराम से अलग हो सकते हो. आपकी लाइन ही अलग होगी. Okay. So, and वो shift करना, it's at a different plane. वो mental level puppet होता है. Lakshman, we'll deal with it. I'll deal. I promise you. I said no. You be patient in today. जहां आपने इतने घंटों डाला है एग्जामिनेशन में, so many hours of questions you have had, कितने क्लासेस किए हैं, मुझे बस आज का 2-3 घंटा चाहिए. Sit with me, talk to me, my team will talk to you, and I promise you'll go out with some insights about the examination. Okay, and what I mean by those insights. Okay, all good, all of you? Kundan, Lakshman, Manish, Shoaib, Surbi, yeah? All fine? Okay, let's start off. So, in the immersion idea, I hope you all had the idea that, okay, certain deeper aspects of the exam has to be understood. Okay, and the deeper aspects means, please know the syllabus very well. और ये बहुत बड़ा काम नहीं है. You will sit down for 2-3 days. और मैं तो कहूंगा syllabus को आप हर दिन देखो for half an hour for the next 1 month. And you will have brilliant insights. कह रहे यार यही पढ़ लेते तो काम बन जाता. You will know कि ये पढ़ाई क्यों जा रहा है. And you can ask a teacher also, sir, इतना कुछ कवर कराया, सर this particular idea मैं कहां से कवर करूं? या आप बाद में कराने वाले हैं, बता दीजिए आप. I mean, if you know the syllabus well at a different depth, your examination will become a different experience altogether. Syllabus जानो आप, marks के बारे में जानो, कैसे marks आते हैं, how do people score, what areas they score, what should I focus on, have that idea. And very importantly, know what type of questions are asked. So I'll take up something on this right now. By the way, I hope I'm not discouraging any one of you here, am I? I got one input कि sir आप तो बड़े brutally बोल देते हो. I do not know how to soften that. Okay, my idea is yes, to some extent I must be brutal because अगर अभी आपने course कर लिया, okay, you will not have a problem henceforth. The problem is you are working very hard, but probably working in a wrong direction, or working very hard without knowing why we are doing it. अगर आपको पता नहीं है कि इसी तरफ है लक्ष्य और आप दौड़ रहे हो, you have a sense of loss. One big reason why students miss out is they do not have a sense of progress. Progress नहीं होता है, reason because okay, you don't have the path in front of you very clear. तो आपका path कैसे बनता है? सर नोट्स क्या बनाऊं? सर ने बोला नोट्स बना लिया. सर क्या किताब खरीदूं? सर said 5 books, I bought 5 books. सर कौन से क्लास ज्वाइन करूं? Okay, I've joined a class. So your milestones are, I've made notes, I have bought the books, I've joined a class. लेकिन सर कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं आ रहा. I hope you got the point here. So you are measuring your efforts at a very wrong set of targets. You're measuring efforts with a very wrong set of milestones. हम चाह रहे हैं वो ठीक करो आप. Your milestone should be on these aspects. कि syllabus का क्या topics हैं वो हो रहे हैं कि नहीं. And ये भी fact है that all topics may not be as important. Okay, a teacher will teach a lot of time here. He may spend some time here और यहाँ शायद पढ़ाएंगे नहीं. To find out ये क्यों छोड़ा हुआ है, आप questions देखो. End of the day, you can't be a scholar in all topics. ठीक है? That was setting the mood back again in that flow. Yes? So थोड़ा patience रखो, we will do something here. Okay. Now, there's a very famous man across Twitter वगैरह, Richard Feynman. सुना नाम इनका सुना है? He's considered as one of those greatest teachers. And he said, to learn something, the best way is to teach somebody about it. And I realized this, me as a student, when I was studying, I'm very different when I'm studying as a teacher. As a student, I have the liberty of, okay, यार ये पढ़ लेते हैं, इसको छोड़ देते हैं, okay, let me focus on this, ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा, छोड़ देते हैं, यार कुछ ना छोड़ देंगे. But as a teacher I can't do that, no. As a teacher, okay, जो मैंने छोड़ा है वही आप पूछने वाले हो, because मुझे समझ में नहीं आया था तो आपको समझ में नहीं आ रहा होगा. So as a teacher, my challenge is to take up all the topics that I actually did not want to study. Okay, so think like a teacher now. Okay, for 2-3 minutes, think like a teacher. Okay, look at this topic called as caste. All of you online. Another exercise. Okay, sir jo hai likhayenge hi likhayenge. I mean, that's how we learn. So be okay with it. Okay, think of a topic called as caste. All good here? Okay. As a teacher, अगर आपको कास्ट पे क्लास लेना है या पढ़ाना है, आप कैसे पढ़ाओगे? Because when I take up a topic, the topic says globalization impacting India. So I must have a structure in my mind कि मैं क्या पढ़ाऊंगा. I will teach what is globalization, when did it start, who started it, when it came in India, what were the reasons of globalization, how it impacted India, what is India doing. यही पढ़ाएंगे आपको और क्या. Is what they call as slicing a topic. You slice a topic. Okay. Say I take up the word called as caste system in India. ठीक है? Can you quickly write down what are the dimension you will want to cover as a teacher? I mean, it can't be more than 4 or 5 of them. इस समझ में आ रहा है ना कि if topic अगर caste है, I can't teach caste for 2 days, can I? वो भी ध्यान में रखो. At best, what do you think? How long will I teach caste topic? Anybody? Your syllabus of GS आपके पास है, okay? I am the social issues teacher. Okay, and social teacher आप हो. आपको दिया गया है पूरा social issues to cover in 10 days. Okay, as a teacher, okay, ये आपका target है. 10 days पढ़ाना है. 10 days में you have found that there are at least 9 topics of social issues plus social justice भी है आपके पास में. So you have in totality about 18 to 19 topics. See how I plan in my mind. So एक दिन में approximately I must cover at least 2 topics. So how much time do you think I can give the topic called as caste? All the fact है कि I can teach for 1 week also I can teach. आप बताओ कितना टाइम दोगे आप अपने आप को? Anybody? Anybody? 3 days for one topic called caste. For this one topic caste. बेटा कोर्स खत्म कराओगे, बच्चे छोड़ देंगे आपको क्लास. As a teacher बताओ. As a teacher, you have got 10 days to finish off society and social justice. ठीक है? Think like a teacher. Think like an institute you're running. Okay, I would love to teach geography for 2 years. कौन पढ़ेगा मेरे साथ बताओ? 26 में हम खत्म कराएंगे सिलेबस आपका. 27 तक, okay, आप एग्जाम भी देना और शाम को जाके शादी भी कर देना. Okay, तब तक तो कोई वेट करेगा नहीं आपके लिए. Okay, so think again. Okay, yes, maybe this topic is worth 3 days. Okay, okay, Jagriti says 1.5 hours, 1.5, 30-45 minutes. Okay, ठीक है. Okay, Srishti, very nice. चलो, let me be generous. चलो यार एक क्लास दे देते हैं. एक क्लास का मतलब है 2 hours. इफेक्टिव पढ़ाई कितनी देर की होगी? 1 hour तो नहीं होगा. Come on, we are not as 45 minutes होती है. I mean, giving insight to you कि टीचर्स कैसे प्लान करते हैं. Fact is, पूरा सिलेबस जो है आपका खत्म होना पड़ेगा इन सर्टेन नंबर ऑफ आवर्स. 800-900 घंटे का अप्रोक्सीमेटली होता है जीएस. ठीक है, दैट इज द अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम. 10 to 12 months. उसमें आपको लोहड़ी भी चाहिए 2 दिन. ओके, दिवाली आगे पीछे छोटी बड़ी, धनतेरस के साथ में यू वांट अ दिवाली, उसमें छठ भी चाहिए, 5-6 दिन दुर्गा पूजा भी चाहिए. इंडिपेंडेंस डे है तो प्री इंडिपेंडेंस, पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंस. यार यही आपको होता तरीका होता है. होली हो गया तो सर ओके, होली वाला दिन, होली के बाद वाला दिन, उसके बाद ओके नशा उतरने वाला दिन. ठीक है, तो सब मिलाकर इमेजिन कि कास्ट टॉपिक के लिए आई कांट गिव मोर देन 2 hours. इफेक्टिवली मे बी ओके फॉर 2 hours मतलब 15 minutes शायद I will not use as effectively. 1 hour 45 minutes is what I will use. Now slice the topic and tell me caste को आप कितने तरीके से पढ़ाएंगे? बताओ. Give me the dimensions of what you will be teaching as a teacher. Yeah.
Origin of caste.
Origin of caste.
Functions of caste.
Functions of caste.
Impact of caste on society.
Impact of caste on society. अब बेटा आप notes भी लिखाओगे, okay? Okay. मुझे खड़ा होके speech नहीं देना. I will dictate also. आप बोलो सर fast करते हो सर. Some of in the class सर आपका handwriting पढ़ा नहीं जा रहा, तो मैं धीरे से लिखूंगा. This is the caste system of India. ये भी time जाता है. तो origin of caste, functions of caste, और क्या बताया? Impact of caste. What else? Caste in India. Okay. Caste India का मतलब caste in China भी होगा कुछ में भी. I don't know, I'm guessing. Okay. आज का caste पहले वाला caste. तेरा caste मेरा caste. Fine, they're joking around. Anyways, 5-6 days. Okay, yes, you're right. Some institutes give 5-7 days for social issues पूरा. 10 दिन मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा बोल दिया. Okay, and I gave you what topics of the issues has. Okay, origin of caste, function of caste, significance of caste, terms of political and so welfare policy. Yes, what are the welfare policies of caste? Caste in India and the world. Yes, Lakshman, agreed. Yes.
Caste and politics.
Caste and politics. ये इतना बड़ा जानवर है ये अपने आप में टॉपिक है. कास्ट एंड पॉलिटिक्स. सर 1 घंटा तो मिलना ही चाहिए इस पे. यस, इंपैक्ट ऑफ कास्ट का एक डायमेंशन है. कास्ट एंड पॉलिटिक्स एक्सेप्टेड. एक्सीलेंट. या ऑल डन. आर्टिकल्स. ओके, यू हैव लिंक्ड विद पॉलिटी. आज छोड़ेंगे ना, पढ़ाना है तो आज पढ़ा के. ओके, द पॉलिटी पार्ट. व्हाट आर द आर्टिकल्स ऑफ कास्ट? फंडामेंटल राइट्स में क्या है? डीपीएससी में क्या है? सब पढ़ा लिया आपने? ओके, हैप्पी विद द टीचिंग? मॉडर्न पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ कास्ट सिस्टम. वाओ, ये एक और जानवर खुला. मॉडर्न. बेटा आप भूल रहे हो. 1.45 सीधे से क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे. अलास्क एज ए स्टूडेंट ने पूछा कि सर कास्ट क्या है और सेक्ट क्या है, समझा दीजिए. मैंने घड़ी देखना है. 1 hour 45 minutes में. व्हाट इज अ सेक्ट एंड व्हाट्स अ कास्ट? उसमें एक क्वेश्चन पूछ दिया किसी ने, सर कास्ट पार्ट ऑफ एथनिसिटी है या नहीं है? Then I must go and explain what's ethnicity. अब मेरा घड़ी घूम रहा है. 1.45 okay, के अंदर पढ़ाना है. Caste eradication. Okay, fine. Caste eradication. I hope you have a sense of what I'm trying to do here. There are many ways of dissecting a topic. ठीक है? Now the fun part starts. अब देखो, इतना ज्ञान हो गया. What is caste? Types of caste, functions of caste, impact of caste, caste and politics, okay, modernity and caste, caste in India and so on, welfare schemes. देखो कमबख्तों ने क्या सवाल पूछा है. देखो, you should see the question paper to understand what was asked. Yeah, just a minute. The question asked in 2020. Watch here. No, Deep, that's not my intention. He says now sir will destroy everybody. No, Deep. Not my intention. I'm just telling you कि कैसे हमारे expectations are not aligned with what the exam demands. like आपको यही crack करना है. And I expected why? Because you guys can do it. It's just that आप लोग उधर सोचे नहीं हो. सच बताओ. All those who talked about caste right now, आपने सवाल देखा है caste पे क्या पूछा है? Have you seen the question on caste? Okay, one person. Fine, good, nice. No. It's big smiley. No. एक और smiley. तो ये smiley मुझे पता है. कातिल हंसी तो you know. तो मैं तो फंसा हूं वैसे भी. Okay. Madiha says yes. Good, nice. अब सवाल देखो. Okay. सारा पढ़ा दिया. The teacher of yours has taught 1 entire day. Okay. Maybe 2 days पढ़ाया. और क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा? क्वेश्चन इज, हैज कास्ट lost its relevance in understanding the multicultural Indian society? Illustrate with illustrations. Has the caste lost its relevance, okay, in understanding the cultural, okay, multicultural Indian society? सर आपने तो कवर ही नहीं कराया. मैंने कहा सब पढ़ा दिया और क्या बचा था मेरे लिए. You got the point here? I hope you are getting the point here, all of you. This was asked in 2020. सवाल पूछ रहा है कि has caste lost relevance? कि बकवास है कास्ट यार, आज के डेट में कोई मतलब ही नहीं है उसका कास्ट का. Why? Because मल्टीकल्चरल है, मॉडर्निटी है, डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है. Okay, कौन सा वर्ण सिस्टम में you are born as a caste X, you must do caste XY. अब तो बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं. ये क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है कि हैज इट लॉस्ट, और उतने में खत्म नहीं कर रहा है कि इलस्ट्रेट विद एग्जांपल्स. ओके, अच्छा, ये पूछा 2020 में. अब देखो क्या पूछता है 2018 में. क्या पूछा देखो, मैंने सैडिज्म की भी हद होती है. ओके, कास्ट सिस्टम इज अज्यूमिंग न्यू आइडेंटिटीज एंड एसोसिएशनल फॉर्म्स. Hence, the caste system cannot be eradicated in India. Comment. देखा कहां गया क्वेश्चन? What is caste? Impact of caste? Where do we have caste? Okay, solutions for caste. Okay, what is the importance? सब छोड़ दिया आपने. एक सवाल बोल रहा है caste has lost relevance. Okay, same examination 2 साल पहले पूछता है caste can't be eradicated. You know what they're doing with you? They are testing your fundamentals of this concept. ये confusion नहीं है दीप, ये examination का beauty है. And अगर ये पकड़ में आ गया आपको, you will love the examination. Because most of you here are thinking individuals. It's just that आप उस लेवल में घुसे नहीं हो. तो जब कोई टीचर पढ़ा भी रहा है for 2 days का, you should ask teacher, इतना सो पढ़ा दिया, ये सवाल तो आंसर नहीं करा रहे हो सर आप. पूछो ना सवाल टीचर से, क्यों ये ऐसे करा रहे हैं. ओके, so okay, I'll show you one more question. Okay, इसमें कास्ट सब्ज्यूम्ड है. ओके, आपके वर्ड्स में घुमा तोड़ मोड़ के पूछ रहा है. विशाल, हाउ टू डेवलप बाद में आएगा, पहले एप्रिशिएट तक करो कि ये जरूरी है. Okay, you guys are entering a race without appreciating कि रेस क्या चाह रहा है. I'm entering a marathon race and I'm running like a sprint runner. बहुत मेहनत किया, बहुत जान जिगर लगाया, बहुत पूजा पाठ किया, बहुत दुआ मांगा, but I ran like a sprint runner. तो 200 मीटर में गिर जाना है मैंने. मैराथन बोलता है कि ये चुपचाप दौड़ते रहो for next 2 hours. तो आप एग्जाम का नीड तो समझो ना आप. Look at this question, okay? I'm at awe, I tell you. Every time I read this, some of you see UPSC with disgust. I see UPSC with lot of respect. कि ये क्या लेवल का क्वेश्चन खींच के निकाल रहा है. And you can answer it, believe me, if you know एग्जामिनेशन की ये डिमांड है. Look at the question. It says 2020 का क्वेश्चन है. Customs and tradition suppress reason, leading to obscurantism. Customs and traditions suppress reason. Reason क्या होता है? The ability to think, to question. Your curiosity is reasons. जो caste systems हैं, customs, tradition हैं, okay, वो आपके reasons को खत्म कर देती हैं. And you ultimately are pushed to a margin. You become obscure. मतलब आपकी relevance रहती नहीं है फिर. So in that sense, impact of caste is yes. Because of traditions, because of customs around some of these practices, a society is now getting relegated, pushed behind the corners. So जब आप caste पढ़ रहे हैं, you must know where to come from. So what is caste? Impact of caste. Okay, maybe provisions to eradicate caste. These are the straight questions. What जो सर बता रहे थे, मनोज सर बता रहे थे. 1919 में क्वेश्चन यही था कि कौन सा सांप कौन से घोंसले में अंडा देता है. आपका आज सवाल है, क्या सांप को घोंसला बनाना भी चाहिए? ये बताइए आपको आपके इन्फ्रेंस से. So the examination demands a different level of engagement, which you can know only if you get into the questions asked till now. I hope I'm connecting to all of you now. I'll demonstrate some of these. So Vishal, this thinking can only come when you expose yourself to type of questions asked. हम कहेंगे ना आपका डेली रूटीन में सिलेबस और क्वेश्चन साथ होना चाहिए. Okay, it might look like ये क्या सर बता रहे हो सर, कोर्स पढ़ना है, लक्ष्मीकांत पढ़ना है. मैंने कहा पढ़ के करोगे क्या? We do not know how to apply it. ये पढ़ के करोगे क्या if you do not know what's required out of you? So your debate is not about what to read. Your debate is not about how to read. Your debate is about why. ये क्यों पढ़े हम लोग सर? और ये why का आंसर होगा your syllabus. The why का आंसर होगा the questions asked. Why का आंसर होगा according to your strengths. क्या आपका कुछ ना कुछ स्किल्स तो है ना आप लोगों का? Some of you are good with social issues, some of you are good with history issues. वो ध्यान रख के आप पढ़ाई करो. I'll take one more example. Okay, look at this one. Look at this question. Okay, again, under social issues, मैंने पूरा पढ़ा देना है topic. But look at the question asked 21 में. The question asked was, how does the Indian society maintain continuity in traditional social values? क्या मतलब है टॉपिक का बताओ, क्वेश्चन का? What is values? Importance of values? Types of values? India's traditional? एकदम छाती पीट पीट के हम खुश हो रहे हैं, we are traditional, we are having customs and culture. सवाल पूछ रहा है, how does Indian society maintain continuity in its traditional social values? Enumerate the changes taking place in it. Culture change हो रहा है, languages change हो रहे हैं, our traditions are changing, our practices are changing, yet there is a continuity. कुछ ना कुछ चल रहा है. Roots वही शायद संस्कृत है हमारा, but even if I'm changing in terms of our new language, okay, transformations, वो root कहीं ना कहीं वही चल रहा है. Tell us about that and tell us how the change is happening. ये तो अलग लेवल का क्वेश्चन हुआ ना आपका. So are you acquiring skills for those type of questions or not is the question. I'll take up another topic. Again, same thing. I am slicing and dicing. Okay, I call this as, एक तो हो गया understanding the idea called as immersions. ठीक है, all of you? Online students, am I with you? Vishal, am I with you? Mariam, Himika, Shweb, Jagriti, Kiran. Yeah, I don't want to lose you. I said, no, this was a workshop which I have been dying to do in my life. कि आप क्यों ही घुसते हो preparation में without first knowing the requirements? Why do you even join institutes without knowing what the requirements are? आप थोड़ी स्कूल में हो कि जहां वहां बोला कि वहां ज्वाइन कर लोगे. You take a choice, you take a call, you take a choice. तो वो choice कैसे बनता है is what I'm teaching you. Yes, Trishala, thank you. Online guys, all of you, Shubham. Shubham, please don't do that. How to prepare essays. Okay, I'm not even going that direction. How to prepare essays, दुनिया भर की YouTubes है, मेरा भी पड़ा हुआ है, वो भी देख लो आप लोग. हम तो कुछ और एड्रेस कर रहे हैं शुभम. Guys, if you don't change this, no, believe me, आप अगले साल दोबारा आओगे वर्कशॉप में. Okay, good for me. Business terms we call that as LTV बोलते हैं, long term value. ये मुर्गे को पकड़े रखो, हर साल पैसे देगा आपको ये. तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा ना उसको करना क्या है. ठीक है? Yes? Same question पूछोगे. How to prepare for essays? It is lovely. It's a good news for me in business sense. Okay, but come on, that's not what the intention is. ठीक है? Yeah, hang on with me. Okay, I'm giving you one more topic. Women. Tell me, ये topic women again वही है. Don't forget the upper limit I have. Okay, social issues पढ़ाना है, social justice पढ़ाना है. Okay, I have only 10-15 classes, 10 classes मेरे पास है. Each class is 2.5 hours, not more than that. As a teacher, I don't want to teach more than that because ज़्यादा से पैसे मिलेंगे नहीं मुझे. इतने में पढ़ाना है, and women is one of them. ठीक है? Now, how many different ways can I slice the topic called women is the question. Dicing करो. Who is a woman? Is woman a gender thing? or is a woman a mental thing? I don't know if you understand this point or not. Okay, there's a psychology of being a woman and there's a physiology of being a woman. ठीक है? Sexuality is both. Maybe एक next level का हो गया. Problems of women एक topic बनेगा आपका. Solutions for women एक topic बनेगा. Women and human rights बनेगा. ठीक है? और क्या? Let's do some writing. Yeah, go on, please. Do some slicing, dicing on topic called women. Let's see. All of you write down. Okay, you must know कि आप कैसे सोचते हैं. Okay, Mariam, reproductive rights, ठीक है, welfare issues, welfare programs, yes. All of you, please participate. Okay, Srishti, how to empower rural participation, very good. Panchayati Raj system, what's her position, how to engage her in GDP, okay, women and welfare, economic participation, sex ratio, excellent. Most obvious point. How has sex ratio changed or increased or decreased, whatever. Ab TFR news mein hai, okay, total fertility rates declining, TFR. Women and social constraints, women and violence, yes, absolutely. Okay, violence against women, yes, Hazik, accepted. Anybody else online? Manish, Lakshman, Sonu Kumar, आप लोग चुप हो, कुछ बोल नहीं रहे हो. क्या लिखा मनीष? FLFPR कुछ है वर्ड, गाली दिया या? या लेबर पार्टिसिपेशन, ओके, लेबर पार्टिसिपेशन रेट, फॉर्मल इनफॉर्मल वाला वो है. अच्छा, ओके, अब मुझे लगा कि वो ओके, ओ टाटा बाय बाय वाला नहीं हो, वो लगा मुझे. ओके मनीष, आई ऑल्सो हैव माय इनसिक्योरिटीज, नो, कि बच्चा छोड़ के भाग गया टाइप्स. Issues of women on social strata, scheme for women empowerment, excellent. Women and poverty, ऐसे थीम पकड़ा दिया मेरे लिए. Okay. आप समझ नहीं पा रहे हो कि मुझे कोर्स खत्म करना है और विमेन मैक्सिमम में 1 या मे बी 2 क्लास, कितना क्लास देते हैं विमेन के लिए? 1.5. ठीक है, ओके. 2 hours, क्या क्लास के आवर्स? 2 to 3 hours. हाँ, फिर कम्युनलिज्म है, ओरिजिनलिज्म है, you know, there are a lot of topic, dowry issues, okay. अच्छा, I think you got the point. लिखा आपने सब कुछ? अब देखो UPSC. Okay. And see, this is no magic, okay. आप भी जाके देखोगे, आपको मजा आएगा. Okay. Now look at the question. Question asked is, all agree that women should be part of the economic process? Look, see how specific question is. It says, 21 का क्वेश्चन है, discuss the desirability of greater representation of women in higher judiciary to ensure diversity, equity and inclusiveness. तो सर क्या सब एरिया में पढ़ेंगे? I don't know. Okay, very specifically talk about women in higher judiciary. Okay, you should know some names of 4-5 judges also. You should know that कोई important judgment pass किया होगा वो पता होना चाहिए, and what impact they had. अच्छा, ये social issue का topic है या topic polity का है, वो blur हो गया आपका. Now look at the other question. can the vicious cycle of gender inequality be broken through microfinancing of women? The question is not on merits of microfinance. It's not on merits of SHGs, self-help groups नहीं है. बहुत specifically पूछा है. The vicious cycle of gender inequality can be addressed through microfinancing. Explain with examples. Okay, and this is my favorite one. Look at this. It says, though women in post-independent India had excelled in various fields, though women in post-independent India had excelled in various fields, the social attitude towards women and the feminist movements have been patriarchal. Okay, what can be done to change that mind? I mean, this is a different plane altogether. Itna kuch movement hua hai, so many things have happened. Women have participated. Swadeshi movement is about women participation, right? We have got social reform movement, Maharashtra, okay, Bengal mein big time movement. And it says that those movements have been patriarchal. Khaskar post-independence mein. The feminist movements, it says, are patriarchal movements. So our point here is, do we even understand what the questions are asking? If you understand this aspect, your preparation gets better. I hope you get the idea of what I mean by, okay, understanding. So the philosophy I'm moving towards is, don't ask, okay, what to do. Ask and discover what UPSC demands. ये आपका ये सवाल होना चाहिए. फिर आप टीचर से भी डिस्कस कर सकते हो कि आप जो कर रहे हो वो सही भी है या नहीं. And let us also see one more aspect. I'm not saying that I am deriding this fact. The fact ये भी है कि most of us teachers are rejects of the system. Right? अगर सारा आंसर मुझे पता होता सही टाइम में तो मैंने भी क्वालिफाई कर लेना था. And good number of teachers are still giving their attempts. Good number of them are very young. Okay. Good number of us are the old system के teachers हैं, right? I've been teaching for 22 years now. उसके पहले मैंने पढ़ा होगा. Have I kept pace with the exams demand or not? आप लोग good or bad बोलो, एक flux के time में आए हो, where the old is still not out and the young is still not there. ना it is the teenage one. ना आप बच्चे रहे और ना आप full time adult हो गए हो. ऐसे condition में, how do you know what you're doing is right or wrong? This is the question you'll ask. Okay. Ask what the UPSC demands. What is the purpose of UPSC is what is being asked. इसका roots जाता है. Okay. Why IAS? UPSC demands. Can you reconcile this or not? मैं आप बहुत बच्चों, some of you are in my class already. I keep asking this to you. Why do you want to become IAS? आप अभी उसका महत्व समझ नहीं पा रहे हो, but once you get an interview call, you realize this importance. इसके आंसर बहुत difficult है ढूंढना, but actually होना नहीं चाहिए difficult. If you study the paper, if you study the syllabus, if you study the wordings they use, और ये language across subjects हैं, not just in GS. ये language essays में है. I mean, some of the questions here I have, okay, they are, look like an essay topic. आप देखो ये वाला सवाल देखो आप. No, I mean, this is something is my favorite work. Look at this question asked last year. You know this topic called tribal issues? Again, dissect it. What are tribes? Types of tribes. What are the names of tribes? ठीक है? Tribal issues क्या हैं? Tribal development क्या है? Okay. Problems of tribes in different parts of India. और क्या बताओ? और क्या पूछेंगे? Programs, yes. What else? Yeah? Tribes post-independence. Post-migration. Okay, yes. Tribes and migration. Okay, yes. Tribal rebellions. ठीक है? वो हिस्ट्री में चला जाएगा. ठीक है, fine. Tribal knowledge, tribal significance. ठीक है? यही पूछेंगे. आप यही करोगे प्रिपेयर. क्या करोगे प्रिपेयर? Look at the question asked last year. Question number 10 है. It says, given the diversity among tribal communities in India, in which contexts should they be considered as a single category? क्या करोगे सवाल का? बोलो. मैंने कहा 2 दिन भी पढ़ा देना है, फिर भी समझ में नहीं आएगा. क्या पूछ रहा है ये? Given, I repeat, given the diversities among tribal communities in India, in which context should they be considered as a single category? अच्छा, 150 words का लेंथ जानते हो कितना होता है? Approximately 1.5 to 2 pages. तो क्वेश्चन, don't give me 1 word and stop. Culture में they are common. अब लिखो 2 पेज उस पे. Okay, the questions, therefore, that's why Manoj sir was saying that. Okay, the examination is no longer tricky examination or unpredictable. They actually are asking what's required of a thinking mind. They're asking what's expected of an analytical mind. You are going to be administrator, you're going to lead a district, you'll have policy making responsibilities. Okay, तो ऐसे आदमी को ऐसा सोचना पड़ेगा. The point here is you cannot prepare for this particular question. But आपके preparation में क्या होना चाहिए so that ऐसे सवाल आप आंसर कर पाएंगे. That is what I'm coming from. It's impossible as a teacher I can expect this. अगर कर दिया expect, that's entirely luck. वो पढ़ते पढ़ते I read a sentence somewhere, I liked it. तो मैंने पढ़ा दिया आपको. But what the treatment requires is कि ऐसा कैसा होना चाहिए preparation आपका so that these kind of answers can be addressed. Is it okay, all of you? So that's where, okay. Exercise I said, okay, slice or dice a topic. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. So you slice and dice a topic. Okay. And this is the focus of the examination. The ability to apply your knowledge. And यही चीज बार-बार मनोज सर कह रहे थे आपसे. Application important है. So if you focus on memorizing and not thinking about it beyond a point, you are trapped. हर सवाल को पढ़ने के बाद में every topic you read, there's something around applied aspect. और applied aspect तब sense करेगा when you have, okay, the clarity of why. Have you heard of this man called Simon Sinek? All of you have this invitation to open the YouTube back in your room and watch this guy. He talks about the importance of why. Don't start from what and how, what to do, how to do. Ye peripheral part. The core is, why do we do that? Why am I studying this? Okay, why is this important? Why is it relevant to my preparation? Why is UPSC asking this? If you understand the why of what you're studying, ये how or what आराम से बनेगा. Shouldn't have a problem. ठीक है? Are we ready? Let me check. Any questions you want to ask me before I move ahead? Any questions? Online, offline? So summarize it. I said, the first part was immerse in the topic. और हमारे केस में जो मंत्र is immerse in the preparation. और immersion का मतलब क्या है? Know the syllabus, know the examination, know the questions, and from those questions, okay, try arriving at why is UPSC asking, and more importantly, why are you wanting to become an IAS officer. अगर आपका ये पार्ट क्लियर हो जाएगा, why IAS, what do you want to do, ये सारे प्रॉब्लम्स आपके सेट होंगे. अजय, इसका पहला स्टेप आज करेंगे आप लोग मेरे साथ में. Okay, I'm giving you a few minutes. Write in a paragraph or sentence, whatever. एक अलग से पेज लो और लिखो, why do I want to become IAS officer? Ajay, all of you online. Why do I want to become an IAS officer? हर चीज का why है. Why am I studying this? Why does UPSC demand this? Why should I prepare like this? So आपका पहला सवाल है, why do I want to become an IAS officer? I'm giving you 2-3 minutes. Okay, आप सोच के लिखें. Good, bad, कुछ भी हो. Whatever comes to my heart, write it down. Online also, I expect all of you to write down maybe a sentence, maybe a paragraph. It's not about right or wrong. Write down something. इसमें आप डेट डालो, टाइम डालो. ये पहला अटेम्प्ट है आपका, okay, to objectively see what your purpose is. ये पहली बार कर रहे हो शायद some of you. Yes, Rachit. And I'll be happy if you are unhappy with your answer. और इसको आप एकदम फ्रेम करके रखना आप लोग. And do this as many times as possible. मैं तो चाहूंगा revisit this every day. Ask yourself again and again. And your पढ़ाई का focus see change. This may not be your actual answer, but revisit this, rewrite this. एक दिन के अंदर ना ये सेंटेंस आपका 3-4 बार चेंज हो जाएगा. And the measure is when you see it and you say it. जब बोले आप, कोई सुनने वाले के you should have goose flesh. then I know your sentence has the power. That's why I keep saying this to all the students here. आप टीचर हो या स्टूडेंट हो, इस कैरियर का चॉइस जो है, whether पढ़ाना हो या पढ़ना हो, the choice comes from something much more deeper. Like it comes from much more fundamental, like what is often called as the first principle. Because without that, आप एग्जाम सस्टेन नहीं कर पाएंगे आप. You'll get tired. और यही सवाल आता रहेगा, क्या किताब पढ़ूं? मैं क्या किताब पढ़ना है तो लिखा हुआ है ना, कैसे पढ़ना है और क्यों पढ़ना है, that comes from this question. All done? ठीक है, उसको आप बॉक्स बनाओ and please preserve this. Preserve this, I'll say, for all the years you are in this line. Even afterwards for that matter, क्वालिफाई करें नहीं करें वो अलग बात है, रखें ना, कुछ जज्बे शुरू किया था आपने. And see this change. Like, rewrite this today, rewrite this tomorrow if required. Okay, now the most interesting part of our conversation will begin now. See, yeah, can I have attention, all of you? Yuvraj, fine. I am reading yours. Okay, fine. Yuvraj, I respect that. I have got no comments for that. Is what you feel. Okay. आपके why में there must be clarity of thought. There has to be a simplicity of language. And there must be a power to influence. Okay. जो आप कहना चाह रहे हैं वो सेंटेंस में क्लियरली आना चाहिए. एंड लैंग्वेज, आई डोंट नीड बम्बास्टिक वर्ड्स, सिंपल लैंग्वेज. और जब आप पढ़ें या जो भी पढ़े उसको ये दिखना चाहिए. एंड आई सीरियसली बिलीव दिस, when you work on a piece of paper, it's kind of you are imparting energy to it. That's why when some of you give me your answers to read, okay, I more or less know, and anybody will know, not just me, क्या यार ये बहुत मेहनत से लिखा हुआ है. And some answers they don't cut ice at all. ये ऐसे ही फेंक दिया है. There is a way. I mean, there is an entire Japanese philosophy around this idea. Chinese, they call it as chi, the free energy. You literally impart energy into your paper. The more you look at it, the more you study it, the more you think about it. So your writing should have that power. जो भी पढ़ेगा, I mean, generally you know ना कि जो लेटर आया है आपके पास में वो कितने deep लिखा होगा. You have an idea more or less. So do that. Invest on the piece of paper with your vision. Okay, I'll hold this for now. Now look at this exercise. Now, imagine there are lakhs and lakhs of students. Okay? And they are aspirational. They want to qualify. They want to make it big in life, become IAS officer. Okay? They have some ambitions. You online, all attentive? I'm switching gears here, okay? And to do what they want to do, there are certain centers. Center A, B, Center C, Center D. Okay? And what happens is, for whatever reasons, generally historical hota hai, this guy, he goes here. This guy also goes here. This guy could have gone here. This guy goes here. This guy goes here. Some of them end up here. And these orange guys, and these orange guys qualify. Looking at them, okay, because the orange guy qualifies, this also goes here, this also goes here, this also goes here, okay, this also goes here. And for some of them, these orange guys goes here also and goes here also. I hope you can see this happening. What should your question be? Should your question be which place to go to? Or the question be, tell us what are these guys doing because of which they qualify? क्या होना चाहिए question आपका? Did you get my point, all of you? What to write, how to write, which course to take, okay, which type of answer to write on. So our question is yahan par कि हम कहां जाएं बताइए. My answer is कि should you ask this or should you ask कि ये बंदा क्या करता है, क्या हम जान नहीं सकते हैं सर? Is there a way of knowing what these guys are doing? So that it doesn't matter where I go. Can somebody teach us what these guys have done? Because पता है कि जो बच्चे हैं qualify करने वाले ना, they would have qualified in any institute. Right? And for that purpose, for last 3 years, I run a campaign, survey campaign चलाया हमने. Okay, students who have qualified and who are in the Missouri. We asked them about 35-40 questions. कि आपने क्या किया था बता? What was your mindset? What did you do? And amazing insights. Amazing insights. I mean, I didn't even think कि ऐसे सोचते होंगे ये लोग. And that I'll share with all of you. And see how you can do that. Make sense, all of you? So we are taking a 15 minutes break. Okay, online students, you also. Okay, so if you're offline, you can come down here. We have a small snack because मेरा मन था कि आज मैं छोड़ूंगा नहीं आपको. Okay, sit down with me. Okay, we will have a conversation to reboot you. Okay, Mariam. Okay, अभी कहानी बाकी है. I have got data. I have got data of almost 40-50 questions of data. I'll pick up the most important ones. Take a break. Okay, because winter का time है और वैसे भी Air India में गड़बड़ हो चुका है. Okay, we don't want it to happen where you are sitting. Take a break. Come back in 15 minutes. Catch you guys. Online, all of you, please. This is the most painful question for any teacher. To ask him, class kab khatam hogi. ठीक है? It's like a guest comes. आप लोग कब तक आए हैं? आप कब जाने वाले हैं? ठीक है. I will take it like you asked for not missing the session. More than the class कब खत्म होगी, the question should be, sir, confusion कब खत्म होगा, so that we can study and clear the examination. और हम बार बार यही कह रहे हैं कि those of you starting the process now, आप लोगों का ambition should not be prelims. You hit the rank now. 1.5 years, and why I'm saying with so much conviction is because I have enough data to back me up now. Okay, we have asked questions, and this was my a very important project for me. How do I know what works? Syllabus है आपके पास, and many a times I find students who I thought would qualify has not qualified, and some of them I didn't think will make it has made it. Okay, कुछ ना कुछ तो patterns होगा ना. थोड़ी है कि किस्मत सबके लिए ऐसे ही काम कर रही है, others के लिए नहीं कर रही है. There's something different. And many students, they don't talk about it. Many students don't discuss it. But their mind somehow thinks in one simple way. Okay, so that's the idea of this conversation. Anyways, so welcome back all of you, online students and offline also. It was a short break we had We have been going on since 12 o'clock, so 2.5 hours is fairly long. Okay, so we thought we will give you a break. Okay, our conversation to summarize. Yes. It's like this. It's like this. So what's the name? Sorry, Harivansh. I can know the tricks of a trade, and I can crack it. Okay? Without actually being committed to the bigger vision. Civil services का ultimate vision क्या है? Country को manage करना है. Okay, problem solve करना है. Somehow, somewhere we require good people, no? Sensitive, empathetic, the responsible oriented, integrity होना चाहिए. So some people know the trick to bluff their way through. Paper 4 ethics जो है, it's about that aptitude है या नहीं, integrity है या नहीं. But because I'm smart at knowing how the system works, many of us get marks in the examination in the college. But such honestly, did we deserve to get that much mark given our academic proficiency? I have the trick to anticipate क्या पूछने वाला है. I have the method to know कि टीचर क्या सुनना चाह रहा है. वही सुना दो, मार्क्स मिल गया, I'm done. जो concepts हैं वो पूरे खोखले हैं. So some people who qualify because they know the technique of qualifying. They know what works in examination, but they are not the ones who actually will be responsible bureaucrats. And these guys are very smart guys. I mean, people who tinker with the system are very intelligent people. जो scamsters हैं, बोले क्या लगता है, बेवकूफ लोग हैं ये लोग. They're incredible brains, but they work in a wrong direction. That's why I said they don't deserve to qualify. But technique पता है उन लोगों को. I hope you got the point. So आपको वो technique crack करना है. What is it they're doing? And I'm hoping against hope that आपकी intentions अच्छे हैं. Okay, that you really will work for the country, society, and plus of course your own growth also. आप भी grow करें, आपका भी status हो, आपका भी एक रुतबा हो society में. That will definitely motivate you. But somewhere I want the bigger objectives of the country and society served. So you have to know what this examination needs, what this examination demands. अगर वो पता चल जाएगा आपको, you are home. The rest is a bit of guidance, process में रहना है. Did I answer your question?
Yes, sir. कई सारे ऐसे मतलब aspirants हैं who qualify, but अगर इंटरव्यू में जो आपने सवाल दिया कि why do you want to become an IAS, उसका कहीं ना कहीं from my point of view कि होता है self अगर if you are growing in individual level, then only you can provide the support or to the society you can give.
Yeah, okay.
So if we give that point की थोड़ा सा selfish नहीं लगता है कि
बेटा इसका answer I can't give you right now. Neither can you arrive at it right now. आपको इस पे अध्ययन करना होगा. Give me 2 minutes, I'll come back on that again. Why IAS के बहुत सारे dimensions हैं. ठीक है? Why IAS not for your own selfish needs, for society is too good to be true. फिर तो आप गांधी जी बन गए beyond him. Why IAS सिर्फ मेरा ग्रोथ हो और कुछ मिले नहीं सोसाइटी को. I don't care about your dreams. वो बैलेंस क्या है is what you have to be careful about and keep thinking about it. It's not an easy answer. I'll show you something on that, don't worry. Me and my partner, both of us have thought through it. Okay, I'll show that video to you, don't worry. As a part of the objective. Okay, let's get back. So I was trying to summarize for all of you. One I said is your immersion in the process is very important. Immerse yourself, not superficially. Okay, immerse yourself का मतलब the focus is not on what, the focus is not on why. Sorry, on how. Not on how. You get to the roots of why. And to do this, you need to know the exam, you need to know the syllabus, and you need to understand the questions. आप इस पे research करें बैठ के. Rather than researching on what book to read, you research on ये क्या चाह रहा है, क्या जानना चाह रहा है examination, and it will answer up eventually. Okay. The third thing I said, ये जो why है, somewhere linked to your ambitions भी हैं. If they can somehow, your personal why, if it matches with UPSC's why, आपका काम और आसान हो जाएगा. Okay. Fourth is, now we are decoding the mind of a successful aspirant. The data taken across last 2.5, 3 years. I started this project right after the pandemic. Okay, that's when I had some time with me, so I made some questionnaires. I told all my students who have qualified, please share karo, apne senior ko pucho. Okay, so a good database ban gaya hamara. Okay, and we had a questionnaire, and the promise was I will not reveal their names, I will not reveal their identity. I just must study the data to help my students ultimately who come with aspirations. Okay, so what does that data tell us? Okay, so your preparation has to be objective in knowing what works for the candidates. So one by one, I'm showing this to you. Okay, the successful students matrix. It may not be as clear because of lights online, but I'll read out the data for you. आप भी लिख सकते हो if you want to write down. This was the first set of questions we asked. Okay, when did you start preparing for your prelims examination? Now we have, okay, more than a year was this one, about 35%. Okay, 6 months to 1 year before, 20%. So if you look at 1 year and more, approximately, okay, is about more than 55%. Okay. When did you start preparing for a mains examination? Isme dekho again, more than a year before, 40% almost. Okay. 1 year, 6 months is 44. In dono mein hi, okay, you have a huge, almost 80% are here. Ek saal is approximately what they are all talking about. The screen is too bright. Can you call him? Karthik. Okay, we just a minute. For all of you, it's fine. It's clear for the offline students. I'm reading out Ajay. By the time they come and adjust, maybe overexposure here. So when did you start your prelims examination? And when you start your mains examination? And this question all of us are troubled by. Did you have any work experience? Okay. So here 70% says 0 to 1 year. 2-3-4 mahina kiya hoga. Okay, maybe some job or didn't consider at all. So it does not matter आपके पास job है या नहीं है. ये बहुत बड़ा issue होता है interview के time में. And most of them would have jumped right, okay, after the graduation. So दो clarity यहाँ पर है. आपको 1 साल चाहिए. All of them are agreeing on this. And work experience, okay, doesn't matter. The next one is very bright. They can't see exposure. Can you reduce it? Or maybe switch off the lights, maybe. That works. Is this better now, online students? Good now? मेरे ख्याल से बंद ही कर दो यार एक. It'll impact? Okay. I look dark, that's why. Should have told me, okay, 25, 30 years ago, I would have done something. Okay, fine. Now this, I think, is a comprehensive data. Okay. On your right, ये left जो है, it is yes, very high yes, ये percentage है. ये बाद में add किया उन्होंने, afterthought and no. Question asked was, did you have timetable for preparation? Okay. Almost 55-60% says yes. Okay. And another 20% says we added that later. But the 85% of them had a timetable with them. Ask yourself how many of you have proper timetable. Okay. And this is not a timetable the institutes make for you. आपको अपने आप बनाना पड़ेगा. This is a mind who is thinking what works for him, what doesn't work for him. Overcoming distractions. Look at the numbers. 70% said yes. हम शुरू करते हटा ली distraction हटा दिया हमने. Okay. And बाद में 20% says, 90% says that they have worked consciously to remove distractions. आप एक list बनाओ. So it's not about what book to read. I hope you get it here. What book to read के पास सबके पास answers हैं. Okay. ये जो attitude issues हैं कि notes बनाना है, okay, timetable रखना है. Did you work in a study group? Cohort था कि नहीं? Okay. 10% का था yes. Okay. And the third one, no. Look at the number. 70%. Basically, akla chalo, walk alone. If you have one or two friends, good for you. You don't need a group. Some of you are waiting कि group बनेगा तब पढ़ाई करेंगे. Know the exam pattern. I value this one. Most qualify in 1 year. Okay. And how many? 70 plus 20. 90% knew the exam pattern. Or वही pattern जो मैंने, I have not shown you all the other questions we have asked them. Do you know all the questions? Yes. Marking pattern? Yes. Study syllabus? Yes. So they know the exam pattern. Know the syllabus. I mean, I was amazed by this. जिसको भी मैंने पूछा कि सर syllabus रटा हुआ था हमारा. Something we don't think they are working with. Okay, look at the numbers. Okay, 75%. Okay, शुरू में ही रटा हुआ है. And others, they learned the wrong way. The hard way rather. So यहाँ पे तो almost 100% हो गया. Syllabus रटा हुआ है. So when you are comparing how good or bad you are, आप देखो ना यहाँ पे क्या मिस कर रहे हो आप. And that's where I began your workshop. Remember? आपको कितना याद है syllabus? Okay, choosing an optional. From beginning they knew what to take up. And I asked them also, I don't know if other question नहीं है शायद, कि क्या basis रखा था आपने? Only 2% said we took the advice of an expert. Just 2%. Just 2% said. बाकी, it was about the interest and about the GS का coverage हो पाएगा कि नहीं. That was about 75% of them. तो आप जो घूम के पूछ रहे हो ना, आप बताओ, खुद बैठ के study करो यार. You study on your own. This is the chasm, the gap between those who qualify and those who don't. Those who qualify, इनका पूरा अलग mind है. Very independent. Very focused. They know the examination very well. They know that कि हटाना है distractions. ज़्यादा advice नहीं लेना है हमें. We know what works for us. And we are on. So आपका trait क्या है personality का that matters. Got it here, all of you? Okay. Look at this one. I mean, this is another amazing result. We ranked them what mattered to them most in qualifying. Look at in terms of their preference. The first one that they said was consistency in preparation. Okay, kitna? 86% of them. The most important, look at the idea called memorizing. बहुत लोग दुखी है ना सर अंग्रेजी नहीं आती. Fluency. 11%, 12%. इस हम खातिर भी academic background, very interesting, has almost no role to play. Okay, 7-8%. I hope you get motivated here. तो अगर आप पढ़ाई नहीं कर पा रहे हो, consistency, and बहुत related है. consistency linked with overcoming distractions. Look at this. Okay, 70% of them. और ये बहुत related है. You can't be consistent if you do not remove your distractions. तो बेटा आप लोग ना notebook में, I'll make this do right now. Write down what are your distractions. और उसको हटाइए आप उसको. It could be a phone, social media, be some friend who comes in every second, third, fourth day. It could be relatives. उनसे बात करते एनर्जी चली जाती है हमारी. हटाओ उनको अपनी लिस्ट से. They don't matter at all. Distractions could be some social commitments you have. हटाइए उसको आप उसको. This is a focus story यहाँ पर. Focus is very, very high. This is focus. Look at this. Applying the concept. बेटा यही मैं सुबह से गाना गा रहा हूँ. It is not about what to read. Apply. Why part? Why are you reading this? Don't just slice the topic and study. Think about कि कैसे apply करेंगे हम लोग. Case studies हैं, examples हैं, answers हैं. Applying concept. Reading and writing skills, not speaking. It does not matter how good or bad you are. Spoken languages, because understandable, you all come from different backgrounds, and some of you introverts also. For some of you, English is not your actual convenient mother tongue to speak. छोड़ो ना उसको, आप क्यों परेशान होते हो उसके पीछे? But you must have good writing and reading skills. Okay, as much as almost 65%. Now, this was amazing. Healthy lifestyle. I didn't expect this one to be here. Okay, jogging, marathon, exercises, right eating, right sleeping. Okay, maintaining a routine. We had a pura slicing of questions. कि क्या-क्या करते थे आप? Healthy lifestyle. Because see, you cannot have a fresh mind if a lifestyle is troublesome. कभी भी सो जा रहे हो, कभी भी घूमने चले जा रहे हो, कुछ भी खा ले रहे हो, तबीयत खराब हो जा रही है. You can't always be studying comforts of home. ना बाहर तो आना ही पड़ेगा आपको. So find a way how to stay healthy. Eat right. तो yes, आपके मजेदार खाना नहीं मिलेगा. You can have good food even then. This was very interesting for me. And look at this. Note taking and summary writing. It is not about what to read. What book to read. It's about आपका note taking. So ये जो 6 है, okay, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6 of them, I think are your core virtues. Okay, you must ask yourself, आप देखो कहाँ फंसे रहते हो? आप फंसे रहते हो current affairs में. इस list में, okay, it comes at the 9th level. You are trapped at memorizing. It comes at lower down. You are concerned about academic background. कि सर मैं क्या होगा? ये तो बहुत नीचे आते हैं. It's not saying that ये important नहीं है. But if you can fix this, ये अपने आप set होगा. I hope you got it here. So somewhere write these points down. आपको ना वही emulate करना है. Okay, I said the trick is not going where they have gone. The trick is knowing what they are doing. What are they doing? Consistency. ये सबसे difficult part है. Okay, सर्दियों में, बारिश में, गर्मी में, अगर time committed है, you are there. 8 बजे class, you are there. 8:30 class, you are there. 7 o'clock class, you are there. The class goes for 2.5 hours. Maintain the consistency. Okay. And to maintain consistency, no distractions. Phone को switch off करो, not silent. Switch off the phone. Open the phone probably once in a day, 2 घंटे के लिए. And tell everybody कि 2 घंटा खुला रहता है मेरा window. Okay. अगर important है तो कर लो. अच्छा होगा, give your friend's number. उसको परेशान करो. Remove distractions. Okay. Applying concepts, reading, writing skills, healthy lifestyle, note taking, motivation, of course. But ये motivation probably comes at a different level when you know the why. Is it okay, all of you? Done? Okay. Now, I was stressed on this one. How well did you take your notes? ये 1 to 5 grading में, this is very poor, this is poor, this is okay, good and very good. 1 is least, okay, and 5 is the maximum. The question we asked was, how well did you take your notes? Look at the number. Almost 60% said we were good or very good. तो आप अपने आप से पूछें, how good are you at taking notes? One technique I have seen, I mean, a lot of institutes talk about, students talk about. Okay, sir, you discuss and you give us the summary sheets. Okay, I'll go on the market and buy current affair summary sheets. और बैठ के YouTube सुन लेंगे हम लोग. That's a pathetic way of studying. जब तक आप खुद नोट्स नहीं लेंगे, समरी नहीं लिखेंगे, the concept will not get into your mind. When you ask me, sir, मैं एक नोट कैसे बनाऊं, you find out first कि आपके नोट में क्या एक्सरसाइज क्या है. It's not a mechanical tick. Note making is a part of processing. It's a part of linking. It's a part of consolidation of what you're studying. It's a part of, okay, revising what you are studying. If you can't take notes, it's a statement on your conceptual clarity also. ना कोई टीचर पढ़ा पाएगा बिना नोट्स लिखे हुए, और ना कोई स्टूडेंट्स पढ़ पाएगा अगर नोट्स लिखना आता नहीं है. So that's important, as important as that. How well were you able to summarize effectively? Look at the number here. Okay, that's almost kitna? 69%. Right? It says they knew how to summarize. Summarizations and note making is a very important skill. Not simply, I go to institute where the topper has gone. The topper read the book A, I also read the book B, read A. Book list वही है ना सबके लिए. Okay? Now this is something again. By what margin did you clear the prelims? Okay. Marks obtained above cutoff. Okay. ये red वाला जो है, comfortably more than 10 marks. All those who have cleared, ये margins में बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. अगर कट ऑफ है 90, they are scoring 100. ये मैंने पूछा है more than 10 marks. God knows they are scoring maybe 110 also. Which means clearing prelims is least on their mind. वो तो होना है यार, वो कैसे नहीं होगा? You ask yourself how your focus is. That's what I'm saying. एक साल, and you've seen that already now. 1 year, 1.5 years is a very good time. Provided you don't mess yourself up with too many distractions. Okay. और एक बार समझ में आ जाएगा ना. I didn't add that slide. I do not know if I have that or not. No, I am done. Okay. That how many times have they asked experts? Most of them said, okay, once in 6-7 months. इसका मतलब एक बार समझ में आ गया यही काम करना है. They're on with it. They don't go and ask. See, what happens is many a times we are taking advice so that I hear what I want to hear. I want to hear, okay, तेरा हो जाएगा. I want to hear, ये पढ़ाई करने की जरूरत नहीं है. I want to hear, अरे कौन पढ़ता है यार 12-12 घंटा, 1-2 घंटे में काम चल जाता है. I want to hear, किसी का मन नहीं लग रहा पढ़ने के लिए. I keep on asking, तेरा मन लग रहा है कि तेरा मन लग रहा है कि जब तक हाँ हाँ बोल रहे हैं I'm not happy कि कोई तो नहीं बोल दे. So that is not the right way of taking advice, no? So there is a mass that works in some way, and there is a group of students who have a different motivation. So consistency, remove distractions, notes making techniques, okay, knowing how very well, okay, what to study, what not to study with a good healthy lifestyles. These are your focus areas. In 1 year, I said, is good enough. Focus on clearing prelims with a good margin. Small margin नहीं, एक दो से खिसल रहे हैं. Because उसमें क्या होगा ना? You can never put your efforts into mains. I gave my prelims. अब पता नहीं ये निकलेगा कि नहीं निकलेगा. What happens? I'll spend 1 month calculating, recalculating, checking answers. You will never put your 100% into the mains preparation. Have a very good, marks above the cutoff. All good here? Online students, is this fine? Online students, do I make sense? Yeah? Yeah, those who have missed out, if you joined late, you can see that, not a problem. Aapko mil jayega. Yeah, I know that's difficult. That is why I want it live. अब मैंने कहा 10 मिनट का break तो okay, anyways. Now, 2 exercises for you. Okay, all of you. 2 exercises. Consistency, distractions, notes making, summarizing, your reading and writing skills. आज का डेट डालो 9th of January 2022 and grade yourself 1 to 5 में 23, sorry, yes, I'm still in the lag, मेरा चल रहा है. Grade yourself. 1 is least and 5 is maximum. आप अपने आप grade करो, where are you? And be honest here. No point fooling anybody or impressing anybody. Consistency. What is your level? 5 में हो, 2 है, 3 है, 4 है. Okay. Distractions में, where are you? Notes making में, where are you? And you know the answer, more or less. Summarization skills, where are you? Reading and writing skills, where are you? Are you struggling to understand the newspapers you read, the language you read? Okay. Do you struggle to read a basic article? हर बार you depend on कि कोई मुझे summary पकड़ा देगा, मैं रट्टा मार लूंगा. Of course, I forgot that one. Application skills. The applied skills. 1 to 5. What you read, can you apply? Application का 3 aspects होता है. To what's happening around you. Apply to the questions asked. Apply, the concept as a part of some solutions. 3 aspects of applications. आप जो भी पढ़ें, are you able to relate to what's happening around you? कोई concept है, कोई theory है. Okay, can you relate it? Okay. ऐसे relate का मतलब है कि आप example सोच पा रहे हो कि नहीं? Are you able to relate to the questions asked? मतलब questions आपके याद होने चाहिए. And third, I said, applications in terms of solutions. Rate yourself 1 to 5. The next time you say, पढ़ा नहीं जा रहा है, UPSC unfair है, किस्मत का खेल है, आप अपना ये टेबल देख लेना. Where are you? My expectation is all must be here. Distraction avoidance. This would be a better word. I would want all to be 5. So I said, no, ये पहली बार कर रहे हैं. You measure this every 1 week, every 10 days. Find a way to check on this. तो क्या पढ़ना है, कैसे नोट्स लेना है, अपने आप हट जाएगा. All of you, give yourself 1 or 2 minutes and answer this. और यही almost hierarchy में यही था आपका. Okay, so I go back here. Look at this one. Consistency, distractions, applying concepts, reading skill, writing skills, note making. यही मैंने ऊपर रखा है. Fine. Let's assume all of you are starting today. Okay. तब भी आपके पास enough time है for 24. Can you tell this to yourself now? और अगर पहले से पढ़ लिया है कुछ, good for you. तो एज बन गया आपका, इसका मतलब ये है. That's why I said go back and tell this to yourself that you will clear in this attempt itself, 2024 में. All good? Okay. Now, yeah, online students. Am I making sense to all of you? Yes? Karthik, the other video. The other video? Yeah. On that Deb has sent in. Here. So again, based on the interviews we had and the data we had from the students, so me and my partner, I must give him more credit. We made that into a short video, and that video is actually for the interview preparation, guys. But I thought all of you must listen to it and hope the volume works. Yeah, you can change it. Is it there or not? ठीक है. आपका interview preparation in a way should start today itself, because you are a personality. Not something will happen at the end. Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Online students? Yeah, I think there was some problem with the sync. Okay. Fine, I'll share that with all of you. Okay. आप भी अब देख लेना इसको. Which I think was a very important leading video. We'll do that, Jagriti. I'll do that. Okay, there's a bit of a tech issue here. हम sync नहीं कर पाए. ठीक है? So we'll rectify this. So the whole idea of, let me just give a summary to all of you here. Okay, what was being said, and I'll suggest watch it couple of times. We call it as our Yuva approach. Okay, this is who you are as a personality. This is the understanding of what you read. This is something about the vision, and this is about the approach. Okay, this part is the what and the how part, and this part is the why part. Your preparation starts from here. Okay, the you wala part hai, this is no distractions. This is commitment, consistency. This is why do you want to become IAS. This is your immersion part. और क्या पढ़ना है, कैसे पढ़ना है, वो ultimately आएगा. Okay, so fine, Nikhil, I get it. ठीक है? So a summary of what we wanted to say. ये आप देख लें. And this video was made for the interview students, but I thought it also has relevance to all of you. That's how we thought we will share it with all of you. ठीक है? ये आप कर लेना. Now the last part of conversation. Okay, the last section for another few more minutes. I will suggest what I think is a good time planner. But हम चाहेंगे कि you also make your own time planner. And time planner, 2-3 components है. You should know where to go. You must know what skills you need, and you must know how much of time you have. Okay. You must know today what is your competency level. You must know your own limitations. And you must know in terms of your concepts and reading, where are you? So when I say this journey can be done in 1 year, ये initial point बहुत important है. Where are you? If some of you say कि सर मुझे लिखना पढ़ना बिल्कुल नहीं आता, तो ये 1 year कैसे होगा बताओ? Some of you say कि I can't remove my inconsistency at all. फिर कैसे होगा 1 year? Some of you don't have the drive ही नहीं है आपके पास, तो 1 साल कैसे होगा? And the exam preparation, what I call as, it is a learner's journey. I think all my students in some way or the other, I have talked about this, that your preparation is a journey. Journey which has 3-4 steps. Your syllabus completion is 1. Your exam readiness, your practice, and of course, it includes your sense of self-efficacy. आपको क्या लगता है? Are you ready or not? This syllabus completion is what we call as the foundation. The exam readiness and practice is what we call as the advanced courses, the enrichment. And self-efficacy is more about feeling about yourself. तो अगर आप बोलोगे सर मैं पूरा 1 साल सिर्फ यही करूंगा, ओके, और ये खत्म करने के बाद ये करूंगा, फिर तो आपका 1 साल नहीं होने वाला. I hope you got the point here. Sir, यही खत्म करने में I'm taking 1.5-2 years, then how will you? And some of you don't even know the exam demands this. So in your foundation class, what is caste? Origin of caste, impact of caste, okay, caste problem, solutions. Exam readiness is caste obsolete? Okay. Is, okay, feminist movements patriarchal? Is tribe one single entity? वो ये वाला है. This is very mechanical. This is the thought one. ये वाला applied part है. This is the applied part. So अगर if you spend कि सर इसी में टाइम चला जा रहा है, इसके लिए टाइम नहीं हो रहा है, then change your objective. Then change your objective, as simple as that. If you start from October, November, और ये सारा कर सकते हो for 23, go ahead, do it. Start now, sir, ये तो लग रहा है मुझे 2 साल लगेगा, then so be it. But those who qualify say 1.5 years is fine. And I personally think it's fine. Because actually आपके पास 2 साल है. I'll tell you how. You start now, January. आप prelims दीजिए May में. But May is not the end, right? You still have some time for your mains. यहाँ भी काम होगा. You have some time for the interview. यहाँ भी कुछ काम होगा. So 1.5 years, probably for the prelims and a good part of mains. And that's how some of you have noticed how we have paced our courses. और ये वाले काम ना सुबह शाम करना पड़ेगा. Okay, which is morning में ये करो, शाम को ये करो. या फिर रिवर्स. ये वाला पार्ट मॉर्निंग में करो, ये शाम को करो. That's if you want 24 target. You have got, I don't think you have got any other solution here. Before 3-4 years, ये जरूरत नहीं पड़ता था. What Manoj sir said, no, questions were more straight. What is caste, impact of globalization, यही सवाल थे. But to get you to this level, you need another round of study. And to be very honest to all of you, many of you are not good here either. So ab karo kaam baith ke. At Edukemy, we have told this to all of you, that if you are taking GS anywhere else, you produce your admission slip and you have paid the amount, come to us. Okay, do the whole GS again with us at a very, very subsidized rate. Because I know you can't pay twice. But join this with us definitely. Okay. Do the tests and practice part with us. And those who are part of geography at least, and my GS class, you'll know that I keep talking about, okay, the process of preparation, how to keep yourself on the target. इसके लिए थोड़े हम अलग से कोर्स चलाएंगे. My work is every second day I have to keep on tweaking your process. Not that we have a lecture of 2 hours on this, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, to remind you, get back. थक रहे हैं वापस आइए, थक रहे हैं वापस आइए. We ran a small campaign, को आज भी कर सकते हैं if you want to. Some of you stand and record. Why do you want to become IAS officer? इसमें क्या इतना embarrass होना है? So मैं introvert हूँ, बोल नहीं पाऊंगा. अरे you can't be introvert in this preparation phase. Go out and speak. 2 लोग हंस देंगे और क्या, यार बड़े बड़े बातें कर रहा है IAS बनने के लिए. बन जाओ, फिर वही clumsy answer becomes your strength. So go out and nail it that way. So what you require, like I said, I have a suggested timeline for you. But आप अपना भी बनाओ timeline. But ये सारे stages करने पड़ेंगे. How fast is your choice? Okay, the timeline we are suggesting is, okay, this. I hope all of you can see this. दिख रहा है ये वाला clearly, I believe? Yeah? Online students, I'll read it out for you. I know it's a bit bright maybe. Karthik, can you adjust it again? Online, Ajay says no. See if you can reduce the exposure, not clear. Maybe it changes or because of autofocus. Yeah, I think it's better now. Yes, it's better now. Yeah, online, can you confirm? Online students, can you confirm this? Yes. It's better now. Okay, yes. So I think because of autofocus change ho jata hai. Here, listen. Yeah, better. So here we stand, January. Okay. Yes, we also have a copy. You can take that. Prashant, jaldi बांट दो उसको. यहाँ दे दो मुझे कुछ sheets. इधर मैं बांट देता हूँ. Pass it on. इसको एक काम करो. If you have a copy, put it on the Telegram if you can. Pass it on your row. Pass it on. आपको मिल गया? Pass it on behind. So online students, again, I'll share it on your channels. So we are somewhere here. And I am taking geography because I am the geography teacher optional. Whatever your option be. My suggestion is geography or GS को साथ join करो. You have got no other choice here. Geography will take, in my case, 5.5, 6 months. GS will take maybe 10 or 11 months. That's how I have taken GS foundation up to approximately November. Geography till June. While geography happens, parallelly, okay, in the second slot, you are doing GS advanced. Okay. When GS advanced gets over, you start with geography enrichment. Geography enrichment starts with September. तो अब जहां भी पढ़ रहे हैं ऑप्शनल, ask your teachers there, can they train you for the exam conditions or not? So while GS is going on foundation, it's a morning polity class, evening में उसी topic का advanced class. Morning you have got economy class, evening में, and generally I think every subject requires about 7-8 days of advanced class. So there are 4-5 core areas, 5 into 8 approximately. You need 40 classes more for the advanced class with tests. So at any one day, you are doing 3 classes. One is the optional class, one is GS class with one of the advanced class. When the advanced gets over, you start the geography advanced class. Okay, और ये सारा काम खत्म हो जाना चाहिए by November, December. So for those who are in part of our enrichment class in geography, आपका खत्म हो चुका है more or less by January mid तक खत्म किया. From January till your prelims, it is prelim support program with mentoring, tests. You need about 3.5-4 months to get this ready. And you can do this only when you have done the foundation and the advanced together. Yes, it's very, very intense. Okay. But intensive nahi agar hoga, so how do you manage? वो सालों साल वही game चलता रहेगा. Okay. If you prepare for 24 with intensity, I think 25 is a clear shot. फिर 25 में रुकना impossible है. और वैसे भी ऐसे थोड़ी है, क्लास नहीं कर रहे हो, घर जाके एक्स्ट्रा पढ़ाई कर रहे हो, ऐसा भी नहीं है. You go to sleep, you get distracted. ऐसा अच्छा 2 घंटा पढ़ाई कर लें आप लोग. So effectively in the class, about 6-7 hours. So your study time has to have about 10 to 12 hours. Okay. And all of this supported with some assignments in a week, answer writing, some tests, notes, okay, current affairs, not mentioned here. Okay. So आपको हमारे तरफ से you'll get an entire schedule. So this is a suggested, okay, plan for you. But all of this works if you have the clarity of कि मुझे 24 में निकालना है. And I think it's very much doable. In fact, some of you already have begun this. तो आप जल्दी से ये शुरू कर लीजिए आप. And all those who have a doubt about कि सर हम लोग का foundation ठीक नहीं है, then repeat the class, please. Okay. Repeat it properly ताकि you have conceptual clarity. Many a times it does require a second listening. Like, I do not know if others will do it or not, we will do it. Like I said, produce your admission slip. Jahan bhi kiya hoga aapne, come to us. Okay. And we'll allow you at a very, very nominal cost, repeat the GS with us. Polity, we are starting on 12th. Okay. Parso shuru kar rahe hain, morning 8:30. You can come and sit and see for yourself for 2, 3, 4 days. Manoj sir hi le rahe hain class. Right now, I am taking the topics of environment. Like I'll finish off in 2 days' time, then he'll start off. My environment will again get repeated afterwards. Any case, you start now, this can be done. That is our suggested timeline for you. Now, one suggestion to all of you. Okay, now, please take in a spirit. Don't take it like, okay, I am promoting something here. A very, very big reason why your things get messed up is you are joining courses at different centers which does not have this timeline. Okay, because they are not preparing you as a part of a complete journey. ठीक है? Most institutes में ये component होता ही नहीं है. And they start this component after the prelims. 2 महीने में आप क्या ही सीख लोगे यार आप लोग? And I've never understood how you can give the tests without the test level discussions. So I do not think it's possible to manage your preparation if you go to different centers and prepare. To be very honest, the foundation courses होते हैं, they don't differ much across institutes. Teachers वही हैं, more or less. The same 10-15 teachers जो 10 जगह पढ़ा रहे होते हैं. Syllabus is very well defined for the foundation. Some teachers will teach 2 pages less, some will teach 2 pages more. और उसी का अलग-अलग फीस बनता है. So foundation में I don't think there is much to choose. Choose होता है यहाँ पर. So my suggestion to is, without underestimating, just because we have started 2 years ago, join with us and stick with us right through the entire preparation. अगर आपको हमारा process समझ में आ रहा है, who we are, what we teach, what my approach is, okay, then hang on with us. उसमें क्या होगा ना, आपके प्रिपरेशन का एक कंसिस्टेंसी बन जाता है in terms of methods. Otherwise, I say one technique, ये कुछ और टेक्निक बता रहे होंगे, ये कहीं और पढ़ा रहे होंगे, okay, and your preparation gets messed up. It's not about who is good or bad. आप जहां भी जाओ, आप एक जगह जाओ. And my recommendations, my geography students, for heaven's sake, join GS with us, because our timings are set. GS khatam hua, half an hour break, 1 hour break, geography starts. You have a lunch break, 2 hours, the advanced class starts. I will not have advanced class on same days. This in geography hoga, or in GS nahi hoga. So that's how we have planned it. We also have current affairs classes. We also have answer writing sessions. The same teachers are working with you guys. So aapka preparation will not get derailed. It's like, you know, Lamborghini is a beautiful car. Mercedes is a very beautiful car. So is Bugatti. So is Volvo. But अगर आप अलग-अलग कंपनी का पार्ट फिट कर दो, क्या होगा? It becomes a mess. तो आप जो भी पकड़ो, एक पकड़ो. Pick up one brand and hang on with that. उसमें your preparation will not get derailed. That's where I say you need to converge. So as an offering, I've got 3 takeaways for you. Number 1, do you appreciate the idea that you must understand the exam well? Think on this. Do you appreciate the need to ask yourself how you can align yourself with the exam needs? And third thing, आपका preparation ऐसा एक smooth flow बन जाएगा. The only way I see is if you understand the process and the needs. 9 out of 10 students are stuck here. और हम तो क्लास में चीख के बताते हैं कि फाउंडेशन क्लास cannot get you the results. Okay, because foundation class का content जो है, it was good for maybe 3-4 years ago or 5. 2014 तक it was okay types. उसके बाद examination changed dramatically. इसको आप छोड़ नहीं सकते और एक्स्ट्रा ऐड कर दिया इन्होंने. You can't leave this and they have added more. So you are free to come. Like I said, I'm pitching Edukemy there, but don't misunderstand me like a business. The sole motivation, say if you ask me, okay, maybe in some ways, I would have been better not doing all of this. And I call this symptom as, you know, mercenary teachers. They go to an institute, teach for 2 hours, finish the class, next institute is waiting. The passion that drives us, me and my partner and the team that we have is, how can we make the process a bit more enjoyable for all of you? It's a great examination, believe me. अगर आप वो question study करेंगे ना, you'll have fun in reading the question itself. पर किसी को बताना पड़ेगा कि यहाँ focus करो. So if you have a sense of trust in us, in me, in our process, I'm not saying we are the best as in best, but we definitely are committed to the process of improving as we teach. Yes, yes, absolutely. आपको आके classes देखना है, walk in, see the classes, no problem. But then अगर आ रहे हैं तो sit with us for maybe 2 or 3 days. Okay. Ethics will start, Gaurav, not now. Now I think polity and economy are more important. Economy aane wala hai, budget, and for the prelims also. Online, offline, both, Ravi. Both. So you follow the complete journey. So just to summarize, I said, this is why your Edukemy can be that we don't finish a syllabus, we get you exam ready. Okay. We work towards a goal. There's a process we have as learner journey, and we'll stand by you, okay, the way the exam demands. So this was the most uncomfortable part of my pitch today, but I think that's okay, what probably will converge us with your dreams and with your goals. So that's about it. I hope I conveyed what I had to communicate. And yeah, bless you. Thank you so much. Surbhi, you can contact us. Somebody will contact you. Thank you, Mariam. And please, if you like what we said, okay, I mean, the way the system is, go to Google and say good things about us. हमें भी चाहिए some good words. ठीक है, विशाल वो सब हो जाएगा. Okay, tell your friends. Okay, and we have one more workshop on 14th, right? 14th evening को है for this year's prelims. It's not you, I'm sure. Okay, if you are, you can आप भी आ सकते हैं. How prelims can be cracked in some ways. You can tell your friends, okay, and I'll be happy to be part of the process. Thank you, Priya. Thank you. And online students, do we have somebody who can take down their, yeah? We can just follow them up. Yeah, thank you, Aparna. Thank you so much. Online, all of you. Thank you so much for sitting through. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy, all of you. Hi, Manish. Happy to have been helpful there. Okay. Please reach out. You are welcome. You are welcome. Yes, yes, we'll do that. We will share this also on the YouTube. We'll do that. Thank you so much. And give us your feedback also. Okay. And geography class, yes. Geography new batch. We are starting from 15th. Okay, from 15th. So those who want to come in and sit through and understand, you're welcome. The GS class is starting from 12th, which is day after tomorrow. No, on 12th is not day after, the day after, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. That's on Thursday, right? Thursday at 8:30 in the morning. Manoj sir will take the polity classes. Essays or baad mein hoga, Ayush. See, do not do things randomly, please. I said, you follow a method, a process to it. Yes, advanced chalega parallel. The polity advanced class will start from 23rd. So those of you confident with your foundation classes, you can join only the advanced course also. No, Aparna. Okay, foundation is not enough, neither for prelims nor for mains. When I say foundation is syllabus completion, the advanced course is the exam orientation. Okay, or prelims ke liye we run a separate program also called as, okay, your mentorship program. So those take admission in the advanced, they automatically are part of that sessions. Aparna. Yes, Komal, yes. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you so much.